To the WAN show where I have blood on my hands!
What a criminal.
According to someone's, I think, high school teacher, I have the blood of people on my hands, and I am personally, what is this? Well, we'll
talk about it.
We'll get into it. Apparently, I am like really, really, really bad though, and this got a lot of upvotes on Reddit with people kind of weighing in on this teacher's take on my peddling of tech tips on the internet. In other news, much actually more on topic news, telecoms hate her. We're talking, of course, about Lina Khan. Dude. Click to cancel, okay? So making it easier for people to cancel subscriptions. Trade groups representing the telecom industry, not happy about it. We're going to be talking about that. What else we got this week?
Airlines embrace Starlink, and whoo, it sounds like it's a lot better than what we've had in the past, but, you know, we'll talk about that later. Also, SquareSpace goes private. This might not make a lot of sense to be all that interesting, but remember, they just bought Google domains. Oh, no.
The show today is brought to you by JumpCloud, Fallout 76, and FlexiSpot with our chair partner Secret Lab, our laptop partner LG, and our wrap partner dbrand. Why don't we jump right into our title topic today, which is, of course, that Linus is personally hurting children in the Congo. Linus has blood on his hands. Children in actually Democratic Republic of the Congo, I think is the proper term, but sure, whatever, work for less than $2 a day so he can sell you tech tips.
It is a requirement. If they don't work for $2 a day or less, you're actually legally not allowed to give anyone tech tips.
Don't let tech influencers sway you into gross consumerism. Buy less tech and end the suffering in Congo. So according to the poster on Reddit, let's see if I can actually find anything from the OP here. Yeah, no. Well, anyway, there's a lot to kind of unpack here. You guys can probably hear that. Short aside, Marty from Mighty Car Mods and a bunch of his friends are here this week working on a collab. We took Plouffe's car to a completely new level. So look forward to that video soon. That was probably the car like going somewhere, and it's not close to us right now. It's got a cosmetic muffler, is I believe the term for it. Cosmetic muffler. Yeah. Anyway, the point is there's a lot to unpack here. And I'm going to stun everyone, including probably my co-host, my producer, and all of you watching by saying, I don't fundamentally disagree.
Okay.
But hold on. Okay, hold on. So I've actually had this conversation internally before. Well, not this specific one, but in this case, it was more along the lines of sort of discussing the impact of our business environmentally more broadly. You know, we create. Oh, that's not our product. Okay, we create merch items. You know, we have things manufactured. We sell them. We burn jet fuel, shipping them around the world. We obviously are...
Sometimes we burn jet fuel shipping ourselves across the world.
Yeah, we do. In cases where realistically we could have found out just as much about the product on a Zoom call. Instead, you know, we fly somewhere, we eat food up in a mile in the air because, you know, that is where you should eat food instead of eating it in your home.
It's harvested somewhere,
sitting on your webcam,
packed somewhere else, moved to an airport, put in a plane, and shipped somewhere else with you to eat.
And so running the business that we do, we build sets, right? These are structures that do not house anybody.
Yeah.
Right? We buy technology, and I think this is part of the point that's being made with this slide. We buy technology products that contain precious materials like cobalt and lithium. In some cases, very controversially obtained materials, right?
Yeah.
And don't even use them sometimes. We have a warehouse of devices that are sitting, not being used. You could easily look at our business and go, okay, well, you guys have an enormous carbon footprint. You guys have an enormous environmental impact. So I understand. Oh boy.
I think that was across the front of the building.
I think so.
I think that was fairly close.
I understand where this point is coming from, and I actually think it comes from a pretty good place. We are a marketing company, right? We are a production company, and part of our job is to sell things, right? Fundamentally, right? I mean, we're gonna give you guys a pitch for our new Tech Bro vest later on in this very podcast. However, I do think that there are degrees to which you can mitigate some of the damage. And I do think that singling out me as, the tech influencer who has blood on his hands, seems a little misguided given my history of promoting the 3 R's, of promoting right to repair, of principally standing behind those things that I promote when it comes to things like investments in Framework, who is legitimately doing real work to make devices last for longer.
Was not done on a Framework laptop.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It was done on a Chromebook.
Yeah.
Probably just about the most disposable kind of laptop computer that you can purchase.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something that is maybe some nuance that is missing in this take, is that realistically, you are going to need clothes. You are going to need a computer. If you want to, not get arrested for being naked everywhere, and if you want to have a job, in the year 2024.
Yeah, a lot of modern life is done through computing.
And a big part of our job is to make sure that when you buy those clothes, they last for a really long time. And when you buy that computer, it's one that actually suits your needs properly instead of being manufactured e-waste. There is so much more waste involved in buying something and then it just being a piece of junk that should have never been manufactured in the first place, supporting that industry instead of just supporting companies that build a high quality product that's made to last in the first place, which is what we obviously strive to help people find. We don't nail everything. We are not perfect. We are, in fact, human, it turns out. But what I would ask then to this teacher, whatever grade, whatever class this is, on something English?
Yeah.
Okay, this is an English class? I don't see how this is particularly on topic. But anyway,
I think
it doesn't
I know
matter.
what's going on.
It doesn't matter. The point is, here's what I would ask. How would you do it? What would your media company do then? Right? Like, in order for you to provide people advice, or should they not have a phone? And if they do have a phone, do you have a phone? How do you decide which one to buy?
So I think there's particular bits of, people say the website links to your store. I've typed in a bunch of times. I've never had to go to the store, but I think it's someone's saying, is it a media literacy thing? I think it might be that. I think it might be a display of like a potential form of like propaganda or something. I don't think it's necessarily actually legit. But something I've been thinking about though is like, I immediately pointed out when this was first linked to me and I thought it might've been real. I immediately pointed out Scrapyard Wars because like we started that super early on in the history of the company, realistically. In regards to like series that we have. And let's see. That does work. We started it super, super early on in the history of our company. And its whole idea was showing that you don't have to buy new computer components. You can reuse someone else's that they're trying to get rid of, right? That was like...
Not gonna lie. I may have just been shitpost bamboozled.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were not going to tell me?
May have misspelt it, and somebody else
bought the domain and made it link there. That makes way more sense because I saw this on Reddit before it was in the topics. No, okay. Let's get you guys up to date. So the URL in the slide redirects to LTTStore.com, which would seem to suggest that it's a shitpost. But I saw this when it first showed up on Reddit, and the OP was replying to people, no, this guy's actually for real.
Oh, okay.
And it's a typo. It's a completely different site. It's supposed to be like friends of the Congo.org. Yeah. So no. This is real.
It's really okay. I thought it was just supposed to, because like
no,
there was.
It seems like it should be just like a take.
Because teachers did stuff like that when I was in school. They would try to like rile you up on something
and then get
make
you to make an argument about it or whatever else. Yeah. No, it actually does not seem to. It does not actually seem to be.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we have specific series, Scrapyard Wars, where we show that you don't have to buy new tech to get your foot in the door in regards to tech. You can even get really high performant good stuff by buying used things. We have Compensator, which shows not only do you not have to buy new tech, but also just buying the most expensive stuff is
pretty stupid.
Kind of actually just stupid.
Doesn't have a benefit.
Yeah.
We call it a compensator, right? We're making fun of it, spending that kind of money just for show, just to have the most expensive thing. The values on our channel have always been about finding bang for the buck, finding a good value.
Recently, you started just repairing broken things.
Yeah, that's been really fun, actually.
Showing how like effective and valuable that is.
However, I'm going to, again, play devil's advocate.
There is counters, though.
Against my own channel.
Yeah.
Why did we make a video on the 115-inch TV? That, again, I invested heavily in fuel to be transported all the way from China so that I could, install in my house, creating a, shrine to media consumption. Like it's whatever, right? My point is just that people can be influenced in a lot of different ways. And even if I say at the end of the video, yeah, this isn't a great value and it's not something that I'd recommend for most people, aspirationally, people might watch that and go like, oh, but I'd like to have something like that. Right? So I think you could make an argument that I do participate in sort of maybe not glorifying, but certainly making consumption seem attractive or attainable or desirable.
I don't know. I think being interested in technology is not inherently like a sin. And I think seeing the bounds of it is entertaining and interesting. And you could see this massive TV. Like I see that TV and I don't want it. Like you're not telling people you should want this, you should go buy this. You're actually showing how complicated and annoying it was to get and things like that. I think sometimes it comes down to the messaging. You're not actively recommending that people buy it.
No, I'm not. But like, I don't know. I definitely see how...
If you're a fitness influencer...
Sure.
You are automatically going to be, communicating the positives of buying stuff.
Are you, though?
Yeah.
What if you're a fitness influencer who focuses entirely on calisthenics?
Darn it. I thought about that as you were going into it.
Got him. Destroyed.
Yeah, people like Stay Flexi are pretty good for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
if you're a, I don't know, gym influencer person.
Come on.
Because workout equipment is expensive. It's really heavy.
No, you're going to have to give me something other than fitness. You got to find a different vertical.
Darn.
Find a different vertical. Automotive. I mean...
We can hear it outside right now.
I think automotive is actually an even easier argument to make for just the unnecessariness of that entire space. Personal transportation
but what if you talk
has done a lot of damage to the world.
What if you talk about things like repairing?
What if you talk about things like don't have a car and take a bike
what if
or
it's
the
not
bus?
Viable?
Then I think you could... I think you can make a pretty easy argument there that you should be doing your part to improve the viability of that rather than just accepting things the way that they are.
What about the people that are in situations where they cannot do anything other than have a vehicle realistically? There is no safe alternative.
Find me a channel that has only ever done that then. I don't think that's out there.
Yeah.
The ethical personal transportation ownership channel.
There is no ethical consumption under, in my opinion, effectively any human system.
So
it just is what it is. People got to make up for themselves what is okay and what isn't okay.
So basically,
the person who made this slide did it on a laptop that has a fat battery in it that probably has a bunch of cobalt in it.
Yep.
They could have done it on something that didn't involve batteries.
They could have done it on an overhead projector.
But they didn't do that.
So I think, in short...
They almost certainly have a phone.
I understand where the teacher's coming from. I understand the argument. I understand that you're almost making so you hate society, why do you participate in it? Why do you participate in it argument, which is...
No. I'm saying that this type of argument doesn't really hold a lot of water for me when that's the case. If there are, there are channels out there are influencers out there that are very much pushy for consumerism. That is a thing. I don't think we necessarily are. I think we have certain content that can maybe push the line a little bit.
Sure. I think stuff
Spend $5,000 on your room.
Yeah, I can see that.
Can maybe push the line a little bit. I don't think it always does, though.
Yeah, in fairness to us, I mean, that's more driven by that individual.
Yeah. Because
they pick exactly what they want, other than making sure there's one product from the series sponsor, which is AMD right now.
Yeah.
So,
But I think we also balance it out quite well by, when a phone comes out, we're not like, oh my God, buy the new phone, it's amazing. We're like, if you have last generation's phone, this is probably not worthy of an upgrade because phones aren't moving that fast right now and you're probably fine. And we look at the most two recent CPU reviews. You're probably fine.
You a gamer? All right, put your wallet away.
You can sit this one out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that we just push consume.
Okay, so tell me this. One of the things that this made me think of was Taylor Swift. Yeah. So Taylor gets a lot of shit for her private jet use.
Or jet travel. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that there is, I don't fly private. I don't even fly first class. I mean, come on, look at the size of my legs. Do I need more legroom? Not really. So, I kind of look at private air travel and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't seem great. The sheer amount of fuel consumption.
I also, in Taylor's defense, can you imagine Taylor sitting on a normal plane? The genuine attacks that she would probably be subject to, insane.
She would probably have to buy the 10-seat radius around her
and have
for her security guards crew anyway. So hold on.
And then she's just going to get chirped at the whole time.
What do you mean? We're not on a first name basis, Gallifreyan. She just only has a first name.
Mrs. Swift.
Cher, okay, Madonna, Taylor. She's earned it. Okay. The point is that so one of the arguments that I see often, so I have my own thoughts on private travel. I don't feel it's necessary for me in any kind of security way, and I'm not super keen on it. I don't think it's great for the world. However, one of the arguments that I see made very often about her is, oh my God, look at all the private jet travel she's doing and the many tons of CO2 that she creates compared to the average person.
So we're recruiting the Swifties to help us against this teacher.
No, that's not my point. My point is, that's always something that has bothered me because I have an alternate perspective on that. If you think about what someone like Taylor Swift is doing in her private jet, what is she doing? Where is she going? Usually.
Concert,
on tour.
Places to have concerts.
You can actually, there's a tracker that shows everywhere she flew. And there's obviously some stuff that's a little unnecessary. Did she have to go from overseas to every one of Travis Kelce's, games last playoffs or whatever? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe she could have watched it on TV. I don't know.
Bet you would have if you could.
Maybe that was an option. and that's the thing to think about for yourself, but that's a separate conversation. The point is, in general, where's she going? She's probably going on tour. And there's a lot of kind of, if you look at the travel patterns, there's a lot of kind of like going back and forth to places, probably for, rehearsal this and transport the bandmates and equipment, whatever else it is. It does a lot of like ferrying things around. And
it's wild to me that you can just track private planes, but anyways.
And so all of that CO2 kind of gets attributed to Taylor Swift. And it's like, look at this number. Look at the average person. But here's an argument. What about the people who attended the concert?
Ooh.
Do they own a share of those emissions?
They're paying for her to go there. They're financially asking her to do that.
Why the is she there? She wouldn't be there if nobody asked her to be there and paid good money for her to be there.
Yeah, normies. It's your fault.
No, I'm just... Yeah.
You're the reason.
Scene
Stop
says...
wanting things.
So is Taylor responsible for all the people who travel to see her in concert? Exactly.
Yes.
Am I responsible for all the people who buy some phone or some laptop? Of course not.
What do you mean?
So let's go. Me and Taylor, we're of a kind, You
guys are close?
We're not actually responsible for the bullshit that people do because they, I don't know, think we're cool. Nice. A lot more of them think she's cool, but I was just trying to find a link. I have one thing in common with Taylor Swift now.
Your last name starts with S?
That's 2. Dang.
We're getting there. Now you just need to release a country album.
Yeah, maybe not. You don't want to listen to that. This would be awful.
She thinks my processor's sexy.
What? What are you even reading?
She thinks my tractor's sexy.
My tractor?
The song.
I don't know the song.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe a Christmas album. Good Lord.
You have released an album.
That's true.
You're both singer-songwriters.
Twinsies. Oh, man.
Yeah, next time you see her, you're just going to be like, what up, twin?
Man, I think we talked about this on WAN Show before, but do you remember when the news broke that she was a billionaire? And everyone was like, oh my God, Taylor's a billionaire. And I was
so
like,
surprised.
And I was sitting here going like, okay.
Has been for a while.
Yeah. Like based on what I know about my own situation and based on the fact that I am this and Taylor Swift is this. It's like, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're both blonde. Let's go!
Hey! We're getting there.
Oh man, this is turning into a whole topic. What do I have in common with Taylor Swift?
How many degrees of separation is Linus and Taylor?
Yeah.
Probably like 1 or 2.
We both got kind of big thighs. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying we both got them.
How do you even know that?
Have you seen the bodysuit she wears in the Eras Tour?
No. You
can tell how big her thighs are.
I have not seen the Eras Tour.
Yeah, like what? What?
Bro's looking. Caught him, dude. Linus is Myron, dude.
Okay. So what? What? I'm supposed to not notice.
It looks pretty normal.
Yeah, she's got thighs. She's tall though. Yeah.
Comparisons have limitations. Okay, come on.
Okay, let's move on. Topic number 2. What do you want to talk about next? You got nothing. I have to log back in, so I got nothing either.
Lena Khan.
Sure, let's talk about someone who is sexy on the inside here because, dude, Lena Khan.
What's happening?
Absolutely based.
Lena Khan is based. I do agree. Lena Khan is based. Just don't talk about her thighs.
That's probably not appropriate.
I think we're killing Dan.
I'm losing it just a little bit.
Anyways, Lena Khan is based. Okay. Trade groups representing the telecom industry are suing to stop the FTC's recently announced click-to-cancel rule, which we all want, which would require all subscription services to provide a means of canceling that is at least as easy as sign-up. The complaint argues that the decision is a form of regulatory overreach that is arbitrary, capricious, and an abuse of discretion. In other American regulatory news, AT&T and T-Mobile have come out against a proposed FCC rule that would require carriers to unlock phones 60 days after activation. That sounds amazing. So they can be switched to another carrier. See, we're promoting that because it's good for reuse. According to T-Mobile, which locks prepaid phones for a year, customers would be harmed by no longer having access to free or heavily subsidized handsets. Okay. AT&T, which locks phones for 6 months, says that the move would create upward pressure on handset prices.
So here, Mr. High School teacher, let me explain to you our position on this matter and how it's actually good for consumption. We support this because heavily subsidized technology products encourage gratuitous consumption. Your old phone probably works, and if the new phone cost more, and by more, I don't mean more, I mean if it cost the amount it actually cost, if you were actually not being expected to do the admittedly complicated math of how much is my monthly payment versus how much is my down payment on the device in the first place, how much am I paying for it overall, right? If you actually saw the sticker price of that phone, you would be more likely to keep your old one for longer and run on a longer upgrade cycle, okay? We are supportive of this because it would expose the true cost of a new handset to the consumer and probably reduce the overall sales of new mobile devices. That is a good thing. And yeah, if you rely on heavily subsidized phones, then that's a downer.
But you can get used ones.
But here's the thing. If you rely on heavily subsidized phones, you're still paying for them.
In the monthly.
You're paying for them in the monthly. So what this will force is it will force the carriers to give you the real cost of the device, and then it will force them to compete on the cost of the monthly service, which will ultimately drive your total cost of ownership down. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
And because I don't actually give two shits if you buy more phones, I really don't, I will, of course, support this. Let's go back to that first point, though. Trade groups representing the telecom industry are suing to stop the recently announced click to cancel. So, guys, this is something that if I know there's kind of a big election going on with our southern neighbors. What is that in good Lord, 16 days or something like that. If you guys have any way, maybe once the dust settles a little bit, of making your voice heard to your local representative, click to cancel is outstanding and should be supported at every level of government by every citizen. There is literally no one who should be supportive of dark patterns and complicated like going in person to cancel gym memberships and stuff like that. Dude. And basically what click to cancel means is whatever method you use to sign up, you can use the same method to cancel it. But there's gyms, for example, that are known for allowing you to sign up online, give all your payment details, and then if you want to cancel, you have to go in person and do it. So they intentionally put these obstacles in the way to make it more difficult for you to cancel.
And the gyms specifically want that because a lot of people feel shame about canceling a gym membership in person. And a lot of, especially corporate, large, multi-location franchise gyms have gyms all over the place. So if you try to use excuses oh, I'm moving or whatever, they'll just be oh yeah, that's no problem. We'll just transfer your membership to the local gym in that area. So they try to do a lot of things to make sure that you feel shame in canceling your gym membership, which is icky gross.
Oh, apparently I got the election day wrong. Is it not the 11th? Sorry, it's the 5th. Oh my goodness, it's 10 days away. All right, so yeah, wow. Get out there and do your thing, my American friends.
This is
now watch this drive. Sorry.
Oh my! This is if I remember correctly, this year has one of the highest concentrations of worldwide elections ever. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think BC broke records recently. And
people,
turnout too.
People are turning out. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
BC
crazy.
had a weird one because like conservatives haven't been in power in BC, if I remember correctly, in like close to 100 years or something.
Yeah, but our Conservative Party is a little
like
complicated.
Changed.
Like,
so is our
who it actually is like, yeah. Well, our oh my God, did you see Christy Clark volunteered herself to run the federal Liberals? Like, I could do it. Nobody wants you to do that.
Get out of here.
Literally nobody. I will actually march.
Me too.
I would do it.
I would as well.
Like, imagine, okay? We have Justin Trudeau, very imperfect leader. Imagine being like, you know what'd be better?
Corruption queen.
Are you kidding me?
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah. Actually worse. And I know for a lot of the people who only see like international headlines or like nonsense that their uncle posts on Facebook or whatever, you probably can't imagine anything worse than Justin Trudeau. Yeah, he's super imperfect. I'll put it that way. There's levels of self-dealing and corruption. And he is only but an acolyte. Corruption.
You know that meme, like, I'll do it again. I feel like she's like, oh.
But on a national scale.
Yeah.
Dude,
you thought I did a lot with a province. What about the country?
I should see if I can find the article because it's so bad. Here we go. Hold on. Was this CTV News article? As Justin Trudeau faces growing pressure. Oh yeah. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, this article is so bad. Clark served as BC Premier between blah 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 blah. Clark, who appears as a weekly panelist on CTV's Power Play, couldn't help noticing that's the publication I'm reading, also released a separate statement on X and called for unity within the party to fight Conservative leader. Her comments come ahead of a highly anticipated caucus meeting. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Emerged, etc., etc. Oh, wait. No, is this not the right one?
Yeah, what are we looking for?
Hold on. Oh, no, I was looking for one that like basically was, it basically talked about what she's been up to since she retired. And no, this isn't the one. Nope. I take it back. CTV, you're doing good. Go ahead and do a quick merch message or something there.
Yeah, sure. I got a couple for you here already. With the... Oh, no, hold on. You got to explain what it is and do your updates.
Nah, Luke can do it.
All right.
If you go to LTTStore.com, if you add something to your cart, like potentially a Tech Bro vest that we will talk about a little bit later, you go and view the cart. In the cart, you'll be able to see this merch messages box. If you check the box saying, I would like my purchase to appear as a merch message on the LTT stream, it's called Stream Not WAN Show because it's for the various streams that we do. You can go in here and leave a message for the show, at which point it will be curated by Dan to either be responded to by Dan, as you'll probably see down here as a response to this one, or if you say super bad things that aren't allowed to show up on stream because you included bad words, we'll yeet it, or it'll be curated by Dan for Linus or myself to answer.
Sure, let's see.
Is that normally what he says?
Something like that. I think he's a little worse at it, but okay.
I'm listening.
Oh, crap, he's still here. Let's see. With the mention of the chair partner, laptop partner, and D brand and PIA during After Dark, the number of ads in WAN show technically doubled. Do you have an internal limit or policy on how much is too much?
I think we need 4 times as much. I don't think we technically do. I think over the course of a show that often goes for like 4 hours, I think a very small amount of mentions at the beginning of the show and then 3 not very long mentions in the middle of the show is really not a big deal, personally. I agree with this merch message, too many sponsor, someone said in Floatplane chat. When people consider the merch messages section at the end of the show to be a sponsor section, then I can understand that. I also have heard some people's comments about the banner at the bottom being too busy, and I think I can sometimes maybe agree. But these types of things take tuning. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'd say so. What else I got? Maybe there's something here for Luke. I think I remember one. All right, one moment. I know I've got one here for Luke. Hey, WAN, my favorite flavor of DLL pickles. Question for
Hold
Luke.
on, I've got it.
Uh-oh. Never mind, Luke, you get nothing.
Yeah, okay, this is crazy. Okay, here we go. So cbc.ca. Ugh. Clark's political history. Clark has been taking French lessons for several months, according to a source close to her. That's not a political history. That's pandering nonsense. The former premier has already made 2 trips to the Cégep de Jonquière in Quebec and plans to return there in the coming months to improve her French skills. Okay, that's just the same thing that you just said. Okay, here we go. She has launched a TikTok account in the last month. What? Okay, are you gonna get to this at some point?
That's good. I want my,
Or is this just going to be puffery, a word that we all learned recently? Okay, let's
want my
continue.
prime minister to have a TikTok account. If they don't, I'm not voting for it.
In the most recent post, she encouraged British Columbians to vote. Okay, where are we going to get to the history?
Every politician on the planet has done that.
Ah, yes. During her 6 years as premier, she built a reputation as an environmentally conscious, fiscally prudent liberal. Wait, how do you champion the mining and oil industries while being environmentally conscious? Okay, sure. She resigned in 2017. She resigned nothing. She got booted the f*** out. It was a historical defeat. Historical. Sorry, let's continue. She resigned in 2017 when her minority government was defeated by an NDP confidence motion. No. What happened was we the people sent you fucking packing is what happened. Sorry. The New Democrats then took over the province with the support of the Green Party. Her departure from politics left the BC Liberal Party in disarray. No. Again,
the party died.
Her leadership left the party in disarray, unable to win an election. That's what actually happened.
To the point where it died.
Yes.
Like it's gone.
In April 2023, it officially rebranded and became BC United until it dissolved altogether on the eve of the most recent election campaign.
Yeah, like they weren't a part of this election.
Oh, man. Okay. Anyway, during the Conservative leadership regime for Jean Charest. Okay. She's a regular federal politics commentator on several English language television and radio networks, including CTV, CBC, and Global. She also works as a guest speaker across Canada. That right there is all you need to know about how someone's career ended in politics. You went from leading one of the major regions of a country to being a guest speaker on like ancient legacy media nonsense.
She has a TikTok.
Good. Yeah. Which she just launched. Please. Anyway. So, yeah. Cool. Merch message. By the way, I'm going to take these off. They were kind of for my look with the Tech Bro vest, but they're prescription and my eyes are tired now.
Yeah.
All right.
Hit me, Dan.
I've got a new baby, and cargo pockets have come in clutch. Excited to try the pants. At what age did you let your kids start using screens? And also, thoughts on all the smart baby devices out there?
I let them start pretty young because I like to sleep in. We were a lot more controlling about what kind of content they watched in the early days. Now we've relaxed things a little bit, so they allocate screen time.
They're older now, though.
Yes. But I just mean from the first to the third,
I'm just
we just
clarifying, yeah.
we just were like, we can't. Yeah. But we allocate screen time based on time they spend doing other things. So if they practice piano for 20 minutes, then they can earn 20 minutes of screen time.
Question for you.
Yes.
Do you ever worry about having things like screen time be a reward vector?
Creating an unnatural sort of desire for it and almost making it more addictive.
When they no longer have the parental rules and they move out, then, do you ever worry about
So that's
like
Yvonne worries about that more than I do, because she was a TV on all the time household. The TV was like the fireplace in their household. It was just always on. It was the light and sound that, you know, was just in the living room that people kind of gathered around. And she had and has no problem like sitting and doing homework in front of the TV while a show is on. And meanwhile, my family was the polar opposite. Screens could not even be turned on until after dinner time. And even then, the time allocation to them was tightly controlled. And in both cases, households that have gone her way and households that have gone my way, I've seen kids come out of those same households both ways.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It is what it is.
It might just kind of be what it is. Some people have a very addictive personality. Yeah. Some people don't. I think generally, philosophically, I am in favor of building good habits.
Yeah.
And building the habit of doing something productive with your time rather than, you know, vegetating at every possible opportunity.
I feel like it makes sense. I was just wondering, like, had it been thought about?
But something that Yvonne and I have talked about and actually have done, I think a couple times, is having like structure holidays. So you have, okay, we're off this week, and you know, we're on vacation. And you can have as much screen time as you want. You could stare at your computer, your phone, your laptop, whatever, the TV, we don't care. Get it out of your system for a bit. And then, you know, when we're back to school next week, it's back to the... So, I don't know, there's...
Artie, I was a screen on kid and now I'm chronically online. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I do.
But I mean, he made a career out of it. He's got 100,000 subscribers on his channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, Artie has a channel.
That's pretty sick. What was I going to say? I think the incredibly hyper addictive nature of things like TikTok is a little bit different of an arena than the TV
they're not allowed on
being
TikTok.
Okay, Instagram, YouTube Shorts,
Nope.
Facebook.
YouTube Shorts. The one watched too much YouTube for a bit, not Shorts. He was mostly into like Minecraft Let's Plays and stuff like that. Yeah. But we've talked to him about that recently. We've kind of cut down on that. So some of those like hyper addictive, like doom scrolly ones, we basically are like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, at some point they're going to have to figure it out. You're right.
It's weird. When talking about kids right now, there's like, I mean, there's all those conversations around Cocomelon and how just like brain destroying Cocomelon is.
Is Cocomelon bad? I don't even know Cocomelon really.
As far as my understanding goes, Cocomelon is specifically designed to just crank screen time.
Oh.
And it's like actually very brain rotty for kids.
Oh, interesting. I don't know much about it. My kids, I think, missed the Cocomelon window.
I don't want to say too much stuff because I don't have a kid, so I'm not super well read up on this. But yeah, people are saying Bluey is good. As far as my understanding goes, Bluey's pretty good.
There's that teacher, that former teacher. Yeah. She's supposed to be really good.
Miss Rachel or whatever, she's supposed to be really good. Cocomelon, apparently, there's like measured decreases in like development from watching Cocomelon. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's really bad. Yeah. But again, I don't take my word on that. I'm not super well read up on this.
Dude, I came across...
It's an interesting topic to me.
I came across another like family vlog channel recently that's like exploding. They're doing like 300, 400 million views a month or something like that. And it's pretty much all shorts of these two little girls like acting out skits like, you know... there's one where she rides a scooter in the house and like pretends to fall over, and it's like, don't ride scooters in the house. And it's supposed to be like a good lesson or whatever. But I'm just looking at it going like, okay, how much are these kids getting paid? Like, family vlogging is actually a terrible, terrible thing and needs to go away like immediately, like legislatively.
Yeah.
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 I just make my kids only watch LTT. Sure.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, we have some announcements. Well, let's do some announcements, shall we? LTTStore.com Secret Shopper is now live. Whoa. Right now on Floatplane. Hold on. The general audience will get it next week, but let's watch a bit of the intro. I love this thumbnail.
That is pretty great.
Yeah, did you know that they make them with just the glasses and the mustache? That's my real nose. See, look. I guarantee you can't tell the difference.
Oh my goodness.
Me wearing a fake big nose really does feel unnecessary, though. Is that working?
I can't hear anything.
Wait,
You've got audio playing.
that's
already.
the whole video. Am I supposed to be playing the whole video?
Yeah, what? I thought it was supposed to be a clip.
Yeah, what am I supposed to be doing here, Dan?
What's going on?
I don't
Do you
know.
have any idea?
I don't write this.
Let's watch a bit of the intro, it
intro.
says. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can watch a bit of the
just
intro.
a little bit.
Sure. Okay, is it working? Yeah, I want audio.
We need audio.
Oh, I have other stuff playing. Well, there's your problem right there.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. I got you. I'm picking up what you're throwing down, Mr. Dan.
Thank you.
Okay, we good?
I think so.
Okay. Guys, this was one of the biggest risks I think we've ever taken. And I understand. I understand how you could look at the premise and think,
Oh, they shopped at their own store. They're just going to make sure it goes well.
but as you're about to see, we intentionally built this in a way that forced us to be held accountable regardless of the outcome. And so, yeah, here it comes.
We can't hear it because we have to do
Shopper
that.
series and have all their worst problems brought to light. But after today, I won't have to imagine it. And neither will Nick, because I paid 5 of you to secret shop our store, and I'm sitting with the Creator Warehouse head of product, Nick Light, to enjoy the results firsthand.
Nick looks genuinely uncomfortable. Oh, Nick.
I say, and he didn't know.
Really?
All he knew was that he was going to help co-host a video. So he sat down.
no.
He found out when I said that.
Holy crap.
You know how much I
I've known-
value
I've
genuine reactions on camera.
Yeah.
You know the lengths that I will go to. The number of times that people are like, fake. You're just actually fucking idiots. I care so much about capturing real reactions.
We're in our mid-30s. I've known Nick since we were in grade 8. He was very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Enjoy? Because I got a sneak peek, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Unlike this segue to our sponsor. This is a star.
Did it not go? I'm so incredibly curious now. I'm almost like annoyed that we have to keep doing WAN show. I want to go watch it.
Well, there is one way to do so. You will just have to subscribe to Floatplane. Dude, don't be upset. This is promoting Floatplane. You should be very
I
supportive
want to go
of that.
watch it right now.
I know. LMG.gg/floatplane. While you're there, you can pick up an FP exclusive Dino-soar shirt. Designed
That's
by the one
back,
and only.
by the way.
Yes,
it's
back.
a little bit confusing because when you go
Sorry.
through
Yeah, there you go.
our t-shirt section,
There you go.
all of the shirts are depicted with their front, and then this one is depicted with the back. So the float plane logo is on the front.
Yes.
The dinosaur plane thing is
Designed by the one and only Sarah Butt. All right.
which I think
there's-
was the right choice. It's just confusing.
There's a couple of other quick things for us to announce. We have a correction in our video on buying every tech ad we saw for a month. We demonstrated one product, the Birdie personal CO2 alarm, incorrectly. Specifically, the wall mount was not installed, and it doesn't work unless it's attached to the wall mount. So we removed that section from the original video to avoid misrepresenting the product. We have reconducted our original test with the wall mount attached and released a YouTube short showing it activating. Dun, 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 dun. It's still a product that you probably shouldn't buy because it's $200 for a CO2 detector. It doesn't have any kind of like screen on it or logging or anything. It doesn't detect any other potentially harmful gases. There's like way better value options that are way more effective and do work way better. But anyway, it definitely does what it says it does. So yeah, good for them. Okay. Oh, also it's folding month. Folding month begins November 1st, and the LMG community is once again participating. If you'd like to sign up, there's a post with information on the forum, which Dan is going to post for you guys in all the various chats as a company. We're also contributing $100 LTT Store gift cards for prizes. Sign-ups close next Monday, so please join the team. Finally, let's talk about AI, crypto, and biohacking.
Yeah.
Does it look like we want to talk about those things? It should, because we're wearing the new Tech Bro vest from LTT Store.
Something Dogecoin.
It's insulated with the same 3D down that you would find on our old 3D down jacket, meaning that it is surprisingly warm for how light the vest actually is. It's also made of a water-resistant material and has a soft tricot knit back, which is quite comfy. And it's designed to be able to be worn in the office over a button-up or polo, like many tech bros do. So you can dress it down casually, you can layer it on top of a t-shirt, hoodie, or sweater. It's totally up to you. It is kind of outerwear, though, because of the material. It's made of the same stuff.
Wake up at 4:30 a.m.
Made of the same stuff as our 3D down jacket. Thank you for that. And like most of our outerwear, it's loaded with YKK zippered pockets, so you can always have your essentials on hand.
Task-based AI is the future.
Available now at lmg.gg/techbro. So here's Nate actually wears one of these vests every day, so this was like the most appropriate possible model for us to have here.
I was going to say, it looks quite natural on him, actually.
It's got his AirPods and he just... Okay, I'm sorry. Knowing Nate, this picture is way funnier than if you don't know Nate.
Yeah.
He's working on an electronics engineering project for us that is very, very exciting, and he 100% wears a vest, and 100% would look exactly like that. Anyway... Oh my God! They definitely picked the best people to model this. There's Sean from the Infra team, dude. Right though?
Yeah.
It's the Tech Bro vest. The reason it's not cheap is because it's like really nice.
3D down.
It's basically our 3D down jacket without the sleeves.
Yeah.
So there you go. Nothing says disruptive innovation like the Tech Bro vest. Oh my God. Okay, the team working on the copy has actually gotten really, really funny over the last little bit. I love it. Nice. Got the offsite laptop bag. AirPods.
That's what a guy whose company was just reviewed looks like.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, what else we got going on, Dan? What are we doing?
I think do a topic.
Let's do a topic, shall we? NVIDIA to ship 1 billion RISC-V cores this year. NVIDIA gave a keynote speech at the RISC-V Summit, with the speaker estimating that the company expects to ship about 1 billion RISC-V cores across its GPUs, CPUs, SoCs, and other products. Slides of the talk were shared on Twitter by Nick Brown, Senior Research Fellow at University of Edinburgh's EPCC Supercomputing Center. The company has been switching from its proprietary microcontrollers to ones that are built on the open source ISA since at least 2015, and have now revealed that they have fully phased out their former Falcon microcontroller in favor of custom RISC-V cores.
Sick.
All told, there are 10 to 40 of the cores on every NVIDIA chip, depending on the chip's complexity. The company has developed at least 3 RISC-V microcontroller cores and more than 20 custom RISC-V extensions. NVIDIA GPUs have apparently had RISC-V GPU system processors since Turing.
Really? I didn't know that.
This is super cool.
This is super cool.
Because NVIDIA has talked a lot about all of the, the monitoring that they do and the load balancing and all the cool stuff that they're doing on their GPU dies, but they haven't said that they're using RISC-V, at least not way back then.
I didn't know.
RISC-V, dude.
Also, somebody knew.
RISC-V is freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's really exciting,
RISC
and
is good.
Especially if you look at the way that the relationship between ARM and at least one of their partners is going right now. Dude, it is not a good time for ARM to show any kind of weakness. It's a good time for ARM to be super, super magnanimous and easy to work with, because RISC-V has no licensing fees. I'm excited. I am really excited about a RISC-V future. I've still been dailying my my Snapdragon Windows laptop ever since the challenge ended. I don't know, but they took the AMD framework that I built on Short Circuit because they needed it for something, and then they apparently needed it for something for a while. So I've just been using my Snapdragon, and I have the occasional issue with it. But overall, I'm blown away at how usable it is, and seeing translation layers work to run programs, and seeing the kinds of investments that major companies like NVIDIA are making into RISC-V and making it better, making it viable. I'm pretty hopeful. RISC-V.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
Having a big company behind a project like that can sometimes be scary, but often gives it long-term legs that just being open sourcey doesn't. Even though I'm saying that about a project that has existed for a very long time.
You need industry consortiums to kind of get together and say, okay, this is open source and like it's super cool, but how are we gonna push it forward?
Yeah.
You need cooperation.
Yeah, that's good. Squarespace going private?
Sure. Why don't you talk about that?
Permira, something, a private equity firm, has purchased all available common stock for Squarespace, meaning that Squarespace is no longer a publicly traded company. Squarespace went public 3 years ago in 2021 and yo-yoed a fair amount after that. It reached a market cap of $8 billion, $2 billion less than the company's peak private valuation. In 2022, its market cap fell off a cliff, hitting $2 billion. Which, while still a lot of money, is significantly less than 10, before gradually returning to $5 billion,
Thanks, Professor.
Which, again, is quite a swing. $3 billion is kind of a lot. And then Permira's purchase is worth a combined total of $7.2 billion, likely indicating a degree of confidence that this rebound wasn't accidental. It's unclear what, if anything, will change for Squarespace clients, and my dyslexia read that as SpongeBob at first.
Our discussion question is, I have no idea what Linus was going for when he sent this story. Does this affect our company somehow? Well, Squarespace has been one of our longest running partners. Are they? No, not quite.
Close to the longest, but not the longest.
Yeah, they go way back with LTT. And I guess all I'm trying to say is, Permira, please don't screw it up. Okay?
You've also got a lot on your hands now because of the whole domains thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that scrambled to leave when domains went from Google domains to Squarespace. And then now there's a lot of people scrambling to leave that domains are going from Squarespace to Squarespace still, but public to private. People are looking for alternatives. It's a thing.
Yeah. So, just don't bung it up, please.
Yeah.
We like working with Squarespace. We like using the product. Let a good thing be a good thing. Why don't you be the smart private equity firm?
CatOS or Cat Talk. Whoa. I think I just realized that CatOS has another T in it. I don't think I ever registered that before, but okay. A lot of people can't go to Cloudflare because Cloudflare doesn't actually support that many domains. Like Cloudflare doesn't support .ca.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a problem for Canadians.
Yeah, so we can't just have Cloudflare.
Right.
So we have to use something else. And previously, we did use Google domains.
Right.
And now, obviously, we don't. And we don't use Squarespace domains either.
Oh. We used to like GoDaddy way back in the day.
Well, you did.
Yeah, I know.
We don't use it at all anymore.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, man. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Do you know the name, Dan, of the new thing we use for .ca domains? I don't remember.
Whatever. Danica Patrick said it was good.
If only she was good at racing.
She was pretty good.
Oh, you
Wasn't
know what?
she?
Speaking of
I thought she was
lady race drivers, you know who I would love to see tackle that? Unless she's already done it and I missed it. I'd love to see Michelle Carre do it.
No, I don't know. I don't believe you.
It started with, it was like Grange or something. It's going to bother me now.
What are you talking about? What are you guys even trying to figure out right now?
The domain thing.
Oh, yeah.
The domain thing? What are you guys even talking
The
about?
registrar.
We use a different registrar now.
Well, yeah, but we're not going to like tell people what we use anyway, are we?
I mean, we tell people that we use Cloudflare for like almost everything, which is a way bigger honeypot than this would be.
That's not what a honeypot is.
Okay, fair enough.
Got him.
Could be a honeypot.
Okay, why don't we just not? I don't think we have to.
I found it. I can nod if you want, but it's also like pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, that's fine. I just mean, why are we drawing attention to this?
Fair enough.
You know better.
It's fine.
Oh my God.
Luke is now the security risk.
Nice.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
sure.
dude.
The hat has been transferred.
Passing the torch.
I put the vest on.
Yeah.
I immediately became a security risk.
Time to get out of this stock. Short LTT.
Okay.
Oh no!
What?
Oh, thanks.
I
Now I
missed
don't have
something.
Now I don't have to look it up. I appreciate that.
Nothing.
You can't have inside jokes on a podcast, you guys.
AJ just said it full in chat. Oh man!
All right. The show is brought to you by JumpCloud.
I know it's public. Yeah, someone's like it's public info. I know it. You can just look it up.
I just mean normally we just don't talk about it at all. We just don't bring it up.
Maybe we need JumpCloud to help with our IT. We don't know what we're doing.
Yes, you can. Who is a domain? I know. It just. Oh my god.
Linus isn't wrong. He's not wrong. It's just very funny.
Do we have to use multiple? Because some of them don't have like Canadian domains. I don't even know.
You know what? No, forget it. I'm just gonna make it worse. You know what? You could probably figure out what data center we're hosted in pretty easily.
I mean, we've said that a bunch of times too.
No,
but you can also.
Yeah, but we go out of our way not to talk about it that much.
That is true, and I don't say all of them.
Isn't there loads?
Now you're basically just asking them to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Yeah, you like this? Yeah. Now he doesn't like the other side of this coin.
Apparently AJ's stream was delayed and he wasn't there yet.
All right. Well,
I don't actually really believe him because our stream delay is really short. But
yeah. Well, he might have been rewound.
nope,
Okay.
it's not on floatplane.
Well,
no DVR.
Oh, yeah, but he might have the player open in the chat. Anyway, he has that technology. He's pretty smart, AJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So when it comes to security.
yeah. All right.
Our address is 18643. What is it?
External IP
52 Avenue.
127.0.0.
All right, the show is brought to you today by JumpCloud. Managing IT systems can sometimes feel like chasing ghosts. You think you got one and another one pops up. All right, that's me, and that's what I would look like if I joined Scooby and the gang. But if who you're going to call is JumpCloud, you'll get your own IT Ghostbuster squad zapping problems before they even appear. JumpCloud is an open directory platform that centralizes your entire tech stack, from user identities to device management access. Imagine managing Windows, Apple, Linux, and Android devices from one place, all while working securely from anywhere. My mother's maiden name is Smith. Upgrade your outdated Active Directory. This is great. Sorry, Dan, go ahead. Upgrade your outdated Active Directory with JumpCloud's cloud-based solution and leave administrative headaches behind. And they don't just make life easier for your team, they also keep your data safe with strong security features like hardware-backed authentication and biometric logins. JumpCloud is IT simplified. Try it out for yourself at the link in the video description. The show is also brought to you by Fallout 76. Are you busy this weekend? If not, you will be. Because you can play Fallout 76 for free from now until the 29th on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Most of you probably already know about Fallout 76. But for everyone else, it's an online game where you and your friends explore a post-apocalyptic world, fight monsters, and rebuild after a nuclear war. It's all about surviving and having fun in the wasteland together. The game's always getting fresh updates, like the Skyline Valley expansion earlier this year, with tons of new content to keep things interesting. So don't miss out on the Fallout Day free play event. We will have that linked in the video description. Finally, the show is brought to you by FlexiSpot. Don't you hate when your desk wobbles like a shopping cart while you're gaming? Wow. Well, say goodbye to instability with our sponsor, FlexiSpot. Their E7 Plus standing desk can support up to 540 pounds static and 440 pounds while lifting. Even if you were to jump off it for whatever reason, the desk stays rock solid. Okay. Thankfully, no one here was doing that. The desk stays rock solid thanks to its 4 sturdy legs. That's an innovation. 4 legs. Huh, who'd have thunk it? With its right, because a lot of standing desks don't have that. Well, okay. With its patented frame design, the E7 Plus easily adapts to monitor mounts, under desk drawers, and keyboard trays. They've also got the C7 ergonomic office chair, which features a roomy adjustable seat and tons of customization. You can adjust the headrest, armrests, height, and you can recline to fit your comfort. Plus, it comes with a 30-day return policy and 10-year warranty. Right now, FlexiSpot is having a sale, and you can get an extra discount on the Ergo chair with a desk purchase. Click the link in the description and use our promo code Linus50 for $50 off the E7 Plus, C7, and C7 Max chairs. All right,
let's get some merch messages in here.
Sure,
guys.
let's do that.
Here's the Pickle Guys back. Hey, when my favorite flavor of DLL pickles. Question for Luke. Helldivers 2 recently concluded its 63-day promise to improve the game. Have you had a chance to check it out yet? Feel it's way for fun.
No.
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 I probably won't.
I definitely won't.
You don't even own it.
Well, yeah, but like, whatever. I'll buy a game if I feel like it. It's just, I'm not gonna, like, I'm so far about, dude, picking up a new game these days. When you're not familiar with the meta, there's so much depth
People
to it.
Min-max the death out of everything.
And
too.
I'm just kind of like, I don't know. If I don't have like 25 hours to know life it in the first week or two, realistically, I think I'm always just going to feel kind of behind. And I don't have time.
I mean, it is a PvE game.
Sure. So like, but I don't have a crew to carry me.
You could.
Just do some
What?
puggies.
What do you mean I could?
I mean, I
Just do
haven't played in like
puggies.
months. I could carry you, I'm sure.
Wow. Wow. Chad move here.
We also have a bunch of people at the office that play. I'm sure we could like pull people out of the woodwork.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna like pull people to game at night, we're
do
gonna
like Left 4 Dead.
yeah, exactly,
Tape to
or
tape
play
or
tape to
something.
tape. Yeah, we'll play something that.
Taped is cocky much. It's not that. It's just like the
something that
game's
Linus can
not
win at?
actually really like that hard. I'm not trying to like flame people. Joe and I
The
used
game's not actually hard.
It's
I'm not
like-
trying to flame people. Really, do go on.
Joe and I used to do the hardest difficulty as a duo instead of a 4-stack, and it was fine.
But I'm not trying to flame anybody.
This guy's a gamer.
Wow.
The game's super easy if you're
Wow.
bad.
There's been a-
Actual
there's-
skill issue.
If only he was as good at Super Checks as he is at Helldivers 2.
Wow.
Literally stopped playing because he was tired of getting his monkey spanked.
That's not true. My monkey spank? Oh my goodness. Why are we playing? Okay, so I have to do bird meds tonight,
Yeah.
but then afterwards you invited me to play pool.
Yeah, let's play pool.
Since when did is it the Vests?
What? No. I got a pool table.
Why are you going to move Super Checks there?
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just move it to Smash Jams. Nobody uses it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have Super Checks there. I was thinking, I want to get a pinball machine. Dude, what a flipping rabbit hole pinball machines. They can cost as much as a new car.
You get a Stern one.
If it's like a good one, it's like the Pirates of the Caribbean, special edition or whatever. Or they can be like flipping cheap. They can be like just a couple grand, even though they're like supposedly fully functional. There's all kinds of modifications people will do on them. They'll put like, more transparent glass on them, and they'll do all kinds of like mods and stuff, and like expand the sound effects and make it play different music. There's like the depth of pinball machines. I'm looking at it going like, I would need a consultant before I would be able to confidently buy a pinball machine.
Just buy a Stern one.
Yeah, but I don't want it to depreciate $3,000 the second I bring it home. Like I'd want to like pick a good one or something. Like, I don't know.
A used Stern one.
It's freaking wild, dude. It's wild. What? Ice Weasel says, Linus jumping into other hobbies, then complaining about how people who love their hobbies pay more for stuff they want is hilarious. That's not what I'm even talking about. That's not even remotely what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how it's a rabbit hole.
What a crazy take.
And it's something that I don't understand well. I don't know what the value of the different things is, and it seems like I couldn't possibly hope to. Why is Pirates of the Caribbean worth more than Captain America? I don't know.
Yo,
I have no idea.
there's a $16,000 Addams Family pinball machine.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even look at brand new. Like I was just looking
No,
at like
this is refurbished. This is 1992 refurbished.
the pinball company. Okay, I wasn't even looking at retailers. Okay. So there's I want to say Pinheads or something like that. There's like a community that has a buy-sell trade. And then I was looking at Facebook Marketplace as well. And just the range. Like they go from $2,000 to $20,000. And these are secondhand machines. So they're all secondhand. And like everyone will list like how many hours it has on it or whatever. But I don't know if there's a way to fake that. Like we found out during the Mighty Car Mods video that Plouffe's car had been odometer swapped.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it had like markings from an auto wrecker on it once they pulled it out that were like low kilometers. It didn't come from that car. That sure as heck wasn't written on at the factory. So like, I don't know, can you odometer swap a pinball? I don't know. Freaking
no one makes them
ridiculous.
Anymore. They're all vintage. No, that's not true.
That's totally not true.
Stern. I've said it like a bunch of times.
Yeah, you can definitely still buy brand new machines, but I'm not really like a brand new machine kind of guy.
That's
you know
fine.
That.
Yeah.
Like I bought a used Super Chexx machine because I know that I can turn around and like, and that I at least like played the game, and there's only like a couple of variants, so I was able to. I read like this 400-page Super Chexx owners thread on like some pinball forum of some kind, some arcade game forum. So like I'm pretty versed in that, but there's like 4 variants of the game. Pinball, it's endless, and they've been around since like the 80s or whatever. So they can be like, I'm sure there's like a valley of vintageness. You know, like if they're like old, they're just old, but if they're really old, they're vintage. Especially if they're still working. I'm just saying, I don't understand it. But I want one for the lounge, basically for the members lounge at the badminton club.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Hey, Wanpole, I was eyeing those cargo pants, but as an extra short boy, 24 inseam, I had to hold off.
Oh, pinball's apparently much older than the 80s. Okay, well, there you go. Shows you what I know.
Ancient.
Cool.
Couple questions. Are they hemmable? Are there plans for a short version? How are the sales?
Unfortunately, they are not easily hemmable, and right now we don't have plans for a shorter inseam. Sales have been pretty solid, though. I think this is our first really successful pant.
I think you meant like shorts.
Oh, shorts.
Or
no,
maybe
no, yeah, no, smaller inseam.
They're doing well. That makes.
Oh, sorry. Yep, good. Cool. Someone didn't save a file to the server, and it screwed things up, like it always does. Never save a file to your local machine.
Didn't you fix that?
No, I fixed a different issue.
Oh.
I fixed an issue where a file was deleted off of the server over a week ago.
And we had to recover it.
Ooh.
From cloud.
Ooh.
We got it. Good job.
Nice.
Bad.
Nice.
Scary.
Good job, guys. May I ask what the file was?
It was a Floatplane exclusive.
What was it?
Denoised version.
And was it like the whole folder?
I think it was a folder with a whole bunch of the denoised stuff. I have no idea. I'm not super up on all of the different types of working copies that we have.
We got it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Because we only have 3 days of on-site replication. So it gets really messed up.
Got it.
Okay, so we did that one. Last one I got for you, heydll.wan. Could we get a feature to buy items not in stock? There is always an item out of stock when I want to order. Rather wait a long time than to pay postage twice. Thanks for everything.
No. Sorry, inventory management is really hard, and I could go on a really, really, really long thing about why that would make it way harder. But I think it's pretty boring for everyone else. The short answer is no, it's really hard. And the odds that some other item would accidentally go out of stock while we got the other item in stock would be really high. And it would mean that we'd have all these orders like queued that we would either take your money for and then but wait, when did we deliver it? Did the order get placed now, or is it when we fulfilled it? And then the return window tracking, and then the accounting complication of when the order was actually placed. Is that when the money came, or is that when we ordered the thing and we sent it out? It actually does add a lot of complication, and we're just not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to manage our inventory better so that the site isn't like half out of stock.
A ghost town.
That's what we're focused on.
How often do you have reviews that say they're going to purchase 5 to 10 more of the thing that they reviewed?
I don't know, but what is that for?
Oh, only the best thing in the world.
Oh, jeez. Yes. We're going to make
5
more.
5 to 10's not enough.
I want to buy 5 to 10 more.
Can you sell them in like 20 packs?
They don't exist.
Can I have bulk?
Bulk packs?
I would buy them in bulk, especially if they're not going to be have any printing on them.
Wow, these are getting really good reviews. All right, well, I'm just glad you guys like them. All right,
the tall shirts.
Yeah,
so
as far as my understanding goes, they are currently perfect reviews.
Thank you.
Yep. Don't tempt them.
We love you.
That's true. I still remember when I had that video that had 0 dislikes for like years, and then I mentioned on WAN Show it just got bombed.
Yeah,
it's like you butts.
That's what happens. And these are the guys that like us.
Yeah. Questionable. Yeah. There's people that hate watch.
This is actually something I have encountered. Like I have encountered posts that are like this long about how awful I am and how you're barely more tolerable than me.
And it'll be like as well.
They'll be referring to something that we talk about like 3.5 hours into like some marathon ass WAN show, and with all the context of like everything we said before it, and I'm sitting here going, you can change the channel. It's an option. We do have the technology. Oh man. All right, what are we even supposed to be doing, Dan?
We got a few more topics. We only got about
this week
45 minutes left.
This week has been insane.
Yeah.
Okay? I didn't even realize when I sat down to do WAN Show today how insane this week had been. I was sitting here going like, oh man, I'm really tired this week. Like, I'm kind of glad it's going to be a bit of a shorter show because I just like, I don't have the energy for it. And I was like, man, what did we get up to this week? Like, yeah, there's the Mighty Car Mods shoot. We had like a bunch of other shoots. I reviewed a lot of scripts and videos and like, dude, I went to Equinix.
Equinix?
Yeah.
What's that?
So they build themselves as the biggest tech company nobody ever heard of, which you've heard that line. You've heard that line before, right?
Yeah.
They may actually be right. They might actually be the ones.
Yeah, I know of Equinox, not Equinix. How do you even spell it?
Here, EQUINIX.
NIX, okay.
Yeah.
Data center company and enterprise network technologies. No, you would think this would be something that I've heard of.
You would think so, but these guys operate at a completely different level. They don't give two flying...
Leading companies choose Google Cloud, Azure, AWS, Netflix, Zoom. Okay.
They don't give two flying boogers about Flowplane.
Okay.
We are just a shit stain on the back of their heel because they walked through the, bougie park next to their penthouse they live in.
Right.
Like we don't matter to these guys.
Wow.
I mean, I shouldn't say that because they did sponsor the video. And so we did a tour. Dude, this place was flipping wild. And the reason they actually showed up on my radar was because I found out that they were planning to use the Deep Lake cooling system in Lake Ontario to cool a data center.
Sick.
And I was like, that's neat. I don't know who these guys are, but let's get in touch.
Look at the partner list.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
Is there a large technology company in the Fortune 500? Well,
absolutely.
What about all of them?
Chatted out partner list. And what was cool about it was they went full open kimono. Like
sick.
Full. They literally showed me a room that if I walked any further into it and was caught on the motion sensors and cameras, there would have to be a report to the SEC that someone was in the room.
But you're allowed to like look into
I was allowed to look into the room. We got a shot. We got a shot of the room.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. You know how when we do tours of factories and facilities and stuff, there's always like no filming signs everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
They didn't have a single one. You know why? Because nobody would be fucking in there if they had a camera.
That's one way to do it.
They built this building custom, okay? They built it so the foundation was feet above ground level. You know why?
Flooding?
Because the city wouldn't let them put bollards and truck stoppers around it because they're unattractive. So they made it
built it on a platform.
so if you ram the building, you will literally hit the fucking foundation.
Okay. That is a solution.
Custom building. That's the way they did it. These guys are absolutely insane. Okay, so on the roof, okay, so you know the speed of light, right? It's as fast as stuff can go. But the speed of light's not fixed. Okay, Logitech demoed this years ago when they showed their Lightspeed wireless dongle actually outperforming a cable. Because the speed of light through an optical fiber or
any medium
through any medium is variable. So through an optical fiber, we approximate that the speed of light is about 2/3 of the speed of light in a vacuum. But in air, it's very close to the speed of light in a vacuum. It's like 0.997 or something. I can't remember what it is. The point is, it's a lot more than 2/3. So get this, on the roof, they have microwave dishes that are pointed at the TSX and toward New York,
Toronto Stock Exchange,
where there are other exchanges, so that they have the lowest possible latency link because light through a fiber optic cable is not fast enough.
That's pretty wild.
Dude, I saw a cage there that not only had all four sides closed, not only had visibility blockers installed in the cage, not only had the fifth ceiling chain link installed on the top, okay, because some companies will have regulations for particular data or particular operations that you have to have 6 sides, essentially, on the cage that can contain. Not only did it have all of that, it had touch sensors in the chain link.
Oh.
If you so much as
Touch the chain link.
If you so much as lean on their cage, the head of security for Equinix gets a call, and that will not be a good call.
No. That's so sick.
Dude, this place was wild, and they showed us everything. Absolutely everything. Nothing that they were not legally allowed to show us. They showed us everything Equinix. Nothing from their customers that they weren't allowed to show us. Yeah. But like they had an empty cage. So I was able to go in and like show how the cold aisle and hot aisle separation works. And like I held a temperature sensor and you could see it like open up the thing and like dump cold air on me. Yeah. So we were able to do really cool demos because they really did let us in. It's going to be probably one of the coolest videos we have ever done. Do not miss it. This is like actually for real, a data center. Like of the highest tier, like your bank and your ISP and the cloud services that you use.
Hey, your bank has that.
This is where they are.
That old Windows 98 system sitting in the corner.
So the room that you have to file an SEC report.
That's where all your passwords are stored.
If anyone so much as goes into it and approaches the rack, any guesses as to what's in there? The SEC is involved, so you know it has to do with exchanges and trading. I'll tell you that much.
I'm not even going to know like the names of different things, but I'm assuming it's the trading computers.
Nope, no computers.
No computers.
No, there's no computers. It's just because they would all have their own cages. They would have their own leased space and everything. They'd be caged off.
Wait, I thought this was. Did I miss something? I thought this was.
No, it's a room.
Oh, okay.
It's a room. It's just there's a room on the floor,
and there's no computers in the room.
No, there's not. They don't need computers in there. They don't need any computers for that.
What? I have no idea. At a data center, a room with no computers that if anyone goes into, the SEC has to be told. Records of some kind.
No.
No.
No records.
Networking? Would you not consider that computers?
Kinda. No gear though.
Yeah. No gear. What?
Spools of fiber optic cable.
And the SEC has to be.
Oh,
told if you go in.
I've heard of this. It's the one that keeps all of the trading platforms fair, so you can't have shorter links. Everybody has to have the same length of cable. I saw a video of somebody
That's
had one
nuts.
in their building, and it was this giant spool, and it goes from the switch to like another switch, and it's just 30 kilometers of
So if
of fiber.
someone's office
You can't have
is
less
further
latency.
away, they
Yeah.
would have less spools in their room.
Because like nanoseconds matter in trading. Oh, that's sick!
So they
I'm so excited
they
for this
figured
video.
out, like the furthest you could be, and then everyone has to have that much.
That length of a fiber optic
oh
link.
man.
Isn't that cool?
I feel like I've heard of this before, but just completely forgot. Someone
Yeah.
said Tom Scott made a video on this. I probably watched that. It's probably old, and I probably forgot about it since then. That's wild.
Yeah, very cool. So these aren't like kilometer long spools here. These are just for fairness within this data center floor.
Okay, so different companies that are using this data center.
Yeah,
and then they, would
have
probably
to
have
use
a
that
separate
service. They have to use like that service that Equinix offers
Yeah.
for the fair linkage, and that's something that like from a regulatory standpoint they have to subscribe to.
One. Yeah, and then Equinox themselves probably have a bigger one that also does the building. I'm assuming.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know because it's going to depend on the setup. Like it's going to depend what partners are in there and what they need.
Yeah, I'm just making an assumption. Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah. Oh, dude, this place, and I haven't even, I haven't given away the whole video. Like this place is flipping wild, and I was joking with them. I was like, yeah. So when we did the Intel Fab Tour, they kind of quipped to me that the last person they could remember giving this level of access to was then President Barack Obama, and I told the anecdote because I kind of wanted to see their reaction, and they were kind of like, I can't think of anyone we've ever done this with. Because remember, they're not just showing me around a little bit. Like they had an entire entourage there with us. They had like their head of, oh man, I'm gonna get this wrong. His title's like head of. What's up,
Jimmy? So now you have one thing in common with Obama.
Nice. Me, Obama, and Taylor Swift. We like birds of a feather, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, what was I going to say? Right, so they didn't just like show us around. We had, his title. He was like the head of like global architecture solutions or something like that, but in Canada. So he was like the Canadian head of it, but like globally. So like any Canadian based multinational he like deals with. So essentially he's like a global architecture lead guy, but like Canadian based or something like that.
For
Like,
Equinix?
yeah, for Equinix.
Okay,
Yeah, so they had him there. They had as far as I could tell, head of security. Like I don't know if that was for the country or just like at all. But he looked like a head of security, and super smart. The guy just like knew everything off the top of his head, like every customer, like everything. Guy was chatted out. It might have just been for that center, but I don't know. But they had the head of security there. Dude, these guys are crazy. So they not only like showed us around or whatever, but they were there to answer basically any question we had. I asked how much loading per square foot each floor was designed for. I wasn't expecting them to give me that. That is that's a spec of their building design. Like,
did they just know it?
and they knew approximately offhand, and then found out and like told me. And I was like, oh, okay. There's 6 feet of concrete between every floor. The place was crazy. Dude, you wouldn't believe the conduit runs. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty.
You know you're a nerd when you... I enjoy that as well, just to be clear. But you know you're a nerd when you get excited about the conduit runs.
But yeah, so and we were in there filming everything, right? Like they were like, yeah, I just don't think we've ever done this. Like, oh, okay, cool. And they might have at some point, maybe whoever I was talking to didn't remember. Or whatever,
Are you worried about like revisions to the video because they noticed something or whatever?
No, because a lot of their building is designed to be security first. So because they're going to have third-party people visiting their own cages or whatever else, it's designed so that they can't see or touch or do anything they're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So everything that Equinix showed us was Equinix stuff, and everybody who approved that was literally standing there in our group as we went around. So it was one of those situations where like it was a sponsored video, but like I'd have done it anyway. Like 100%. And they didn't even, I think the only couple of things they asked for because I went through the script with them, they asked for a couple of things. I said they operate over 250 data centers worldwide, and they were like, okay, we understand 250 is a kind of nicer, rounder sounding number. We understand why you did that, but can you say over 260? And I was like, okay. Right? Who cares? Right? Like I'm not gonna dig in my heels.
So they're already doing the specifics while you're live.
Minor details like
nice.
that.
Yeah.
I just mean like they didn't ask me to change my voice.
Right. Yeah.
Or my thoughts, which I guess is like fine because realistically I was just nerding out the whole time anyway. Mm-hmm. And there was stuff that I left out that they mentioned. Like they had a lot of the initial briefing was about the like environmental impact stuff that they work on and initiatives like that. And I was like, I basically left out all of it because at the end of the day, it's already going to be over a 20-minute video.
Just so you know, we just released 2 videos on processors that are really power efficient. People cared a lot.
Yeah. And so I get that, you know, when people go on Equinix's website, you know, that needs to be the first thing that they see. And I understand the importance of that stuff.
Yeah,
they do seem to legitimately put a ton of very real work into being a more sustainable company, which is great. But it isn't why people tuned into this video.
Doesn't get a lot of views.
And I need to be focused on what people clicked this video to see, you know? And so I took a lot of that stuff out and they were like, okay. You know, we want to let you be the expert. They suggested a bunch of like titles and thumbnails, and I like was geared up to have the talk, you know, because brand suggestions for that stuff, they're never good.
They're usually terrible.
And I started talking, and they were like, "Just do whatever like gets lots of views," and I was like, "Okay,
sweet,
I will."
Nice.
Yeah, they just immediately back down. We're like, "Yeah, no, you're here because like that's what you do." And we're doing this because this is what we do. So yeah, do your thing.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, no, dude. I don't know. I told the business team that basically I don't travel anymore. You know, if a brand asks, hey, how much of a bag of money does it take to get Linus to travel anymore? And I just say no, right? But what I will travel for is something I like would have done anyway. If it's something that like ticks off something on my bucket list, I'll get on the plane. It's like, and I know I probably sound a little spoiled right now, but the reality of it is that I spent a lot of years traveling way too much. It was hard on my body. It was hard on my family. And the reduction in travel because of COVID really opened my eyes to, and not just mine, because I've always felt like, couldn't this just be a conference call? You know, like I've always had that mindset, but I think it opened a lot of people's eyes to how much of what we do in person could just be done remotely, and forced people to work around that nobody was really traveling. And my whole thing has been like, okay, well, why don't I just keep it that way? So I still do travel a little bit. I mean, I did Computex, I did CES this year. I'm going to do CES. I'll do Computex again. You know, obviously I did the Micron facility tour, but wouldn't you go to Micron?
Yes.
Exactly.
Why? Yeah, but I want to go everywhere.
No, that's true.
Why are you really going to Computex though, if we're being real?
To play badminton.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm going to CES because I just like should probably be there.
CES, yeah.
Yeah, CES. I hate CES. No offense if you live in fabulous Las Vegas, but it's not my kind of town. I like a book or an interesting article to read and like a nice spot on the couch. Like that's my idea of a good time. I love stage plays. And
yeah.
I would do that. You know, I'd hop down to Vegas to like, you know, watch a couple shows or something like that.
I do that when I travel.
But like in general, the Vegas vibe, not my thing.
I don't like Vegas.
Yeah. Sorry.
It is not a town made for either of us.
Yeah. And no judgment. If you're into Vegas, hey, you do you.
Go have fun.
Yeah. What are we supposed to be doing right now?
We should probably head into WAN After Dark.
Oh, no, I want to talk about small town Panopticon sued in court.
What?
The Institute for Justice, a nonprofit public interest law firm, is suing the city of Norfolk, Virginia over its extensive network of security cameras that use automatic license plate readers to log every passing car alongside the car's color, make, model, and any distinctive characteristics. Officials, including police, can then request the system give them a list of locations a car has been, create lists of cars that visited specific locations, and even track cars that are often seen together. Yeah, that. The lawsuit aims to either shut down the camera system or to require police to obtain a warrant before accessing the feeds or collecting information from the database. That's right, no warrant.
Ugh.
Big yikes. This is like something I would expect to be reading about, like, China, not the US. The fact that this got installed at all, and oh, by the way, these cameras are run by Flock, who has cameras in over 5,000 communities. It is unclear at this time how common police misuse of this system is, but two well-publicized incidents saw a Sedgwick, Kansas police lieutenant use the system to stalk his estranged wife in October 2022, and a police chief in the same city used the system to stalk his ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend in October of 2023.
And I guarantee you, if they stay installed, this will keep happening, and this type of information is going to leak. Both of those things.
It is likely that this lawsuit focuses on Norfolk because it is in the jurisdiction of the Fourth Circuit Appeals Court, which recently ruled against warrantless drone surveillance in a different case.
Warrantless drone surveillance. Oh.
Yikes. Huge mondo yikes. That's all I really have to say about that. Oh, no, I have something really cool. I saw this and I just like lost my biz. What? No, I don't want to. I'm not going to sign up for an account. That's fine because I can see what I need to see before the thing pops up. There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, whatever. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Video conferencing. Whatever. Video conferencing on a plane. Dude, crazy. Qatar Airways made its first flight using Starlink internet on Tuesday, making them the second airline to launch Starlink service after Hawaiian Airlines, who got theirs in February. According to Business Insider, who had a representative on the Qatar Airways plane, download speeds reached up to 215 megabit per second.
That's not for the whole plane. That's for one person.
Qatar Airways plans to make Starlink Wi-Fi free to all passengers compared to its regular in-flight Wi-Fi, which is extremely slow and costs $10 per flight. That means passengers can even make video calls or live stream, something that Qatar Airways demonstrated with a video call between their CEO and Starlink CEO Elon Musk on a prior test flight. Qatar Airways plans to roll out the service to around 60% of its fleet in 2025. United Airlines and Air France have also announced deals with Starlink. This cannot come soon enough as someone who spends time on planes and would like to get some actual bloody work done.
Yeah.
I am like more excited. Like I know Starlink's super important for like rural areas and disaster response and all of that stuff. And it's like actually a super amazing technology. We've talked about it before. It's awesome. This one's going to be more meaningful to my day-to-day life, personally. Yeah. So I have personal excitement.
It's also interesting because it notes that, regular in-flight Wi-Fi is expensive and slow. And I think it might be just Qatar Airlines, but they're planning on offering Starlink for free.
Yeah.
So
that tells us something about the relative affordability of it.
Yeah.
Because the satellites are just up there. They're up there. They're vibing. So you might as well use the capacity.
Unless I have a strong work reason, I don't tend to get in-flight Wi-Fi anyways.
Dude, I'm not talking about conference calls. I'm talking about like just being able to access the friggin' internet at a reasonable speed. It cut out for like probably an hour of my flight to Toronto and then like 45 minutes of my flight back. Like it's not usable. Oh, right. I remember why I started talking about Equinix because that was this week and I totally forgot because I flew out Sunday night. I had that shoot for like 12, 13 hours on Monday, and then I took the red eye back home so that I could be home in time for the Mighty Car Mods collab Tuesday morning. So this week, I'm just like...
I think that's...
I had badminton training on Tuesday night, which was this with the guy that I'm like... It's not with a coach, but he's like done some coaching, but also we're both doing everything. Like we're just trying to like help each other improve.
Okay.
So we're like both feeding and like both doing the footwork drills and stuff like that at the same time. So I had that. That was crazy. My legs are so much in very much pain. Then like Wednesday, I don't remember even what happened Wednesday. And then Thursday, yesterday, I had training again because I'm trying to like get good for a tournament in December. So like I'm just I have no idea what's going on, man. Yeah. Sorry, what are we talking about? Dude, I'm sorry. We will get to some merch messages. I guess we kind of.
Let's power through these two. We can do them both pretty quick. Chrome is purging uOrigin. The extension page in the Chrome Web Store is still up, but some users are reporting pop-ups from Chrome telling them that uBlock Origin is now unsupported and turning the extension off. Google says that its newly rolled out Manifest v3 framework still allows developers to create ad blockers for Chrome, but many uBlock users, however, are talking about moving to Firefox or Brave because of this interruption. Discussion question: how many people are actually going to switch off of Chrome, and is it enough to matter? I don't think it's going to be that many people.
We'll see.
But hopefully it will be enough to matter.
I mean, people, I think a lot of people thought Internet Explorer was unassailable at one point. They had like 90+% market share or whatever it was. So anything can change. Anything can change. Do a Firefox poll now. No. I don't feel like being lied to right now, which is why I'm not going to...
Dan, can you move our box?
Yep.
Darn it. Not only does the new designs of the product pages and stuff in the Labs website look all super neat, and we're writing cooler articles and things like that, but there's a little bit of I don't know if you even...
No way. Just for you guys. Just for all of you Floatplane members.
That was not my idea, but I think it's hilarious, so it's there. Yeah.
All right. Because I don't feel like being lied to right now, I'm not going to buy an AMD new B840 motherboard. AMD's new 800 series motherboards are a mess, according to a recent article over on XDA developers, who has been strongly critical of AMD's new motherboards. So for starters, the B840 is named as though it is a B-tier chipset, which typically allows CPU overclocking, but instead, it not only doesn't have overclocking support, like last generation's budget A620 boards, it is arguably worse than the A620 because it only supports PCI Express Gen 3 for graphics and storage, while A620 supports Gen 4. XDA also claims that the rest of the chipsets aren't really that different from last gen. The X870E only adds mandatory USB 4 to the X670E specs, while the X870 adds that and a PCIe 5.0 slot. A PCIe 5.0 slot is also the only upgrade that B850 has over B650. The conclusion reached by XDA is that these upgrades don't justify the price increase, and AMD is resorting to shady naming tactics.
Agreed.
Comparable to NVIDIA's infamous 480 12-gig controversy. It's almost like AMD was never your friend.
Yeah.
They want your money.
Careful, people are going to get mad.
I am so tired of deceptive naming schemes. I know I keep talking about how I want to be like more positive in our coverage, but you see so much of it. And I think that a lot of the time it's easy for people to watch our content and go, well, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And it's like, yeah, but it's cumulative, you know? Like it eats at you. Like you see this kind of stuff over and over and over again. You see people make mistakes and like, you read about people who are getting confused by it. You know, you'll see people, I want a Core i7, not realizing that they're buying an ultralight laptop and that Core i7's not fast and like probably doesn't matter compared to the Core i5 for editing documents, right? Like it's just the way that I just wish that we could market honestly, because honest marketing is, if you have a good product, is actually better. Educating your customers turns them into informed customers. It turns them into advocates for your brand. Maybe that's my new career. Be like a marketing consultant. Go in and tell them to be less stupid.
Yeah. Wasn't that was a direction?
Potentially.
At one point.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I considered. I never had an offer for it, though. Like that's not what WD offered me.
No?
No, they wanted me to like lead marketing or be on a marketing group. No, not lead it. No, I was going to work for, I forget her name. Anyway, yeah, no, I wouldn't be high up enough to have actually made a difference, I don't think, looking back on it now. All right. What else we got? Oh, wash yo bottle, kids. So this, my friends, this, oh my God. Seriously?
What?
Dan, are you logged into Reddit?
I think so. What I can do is I can just post the...
There we go. Do you want to zoom in? So this is why we redesigned the water bottle lid, making it much easier to pull out your O-ring and wash it. Yes.
Oh,
It was worth it.
that's a moose.
That's a moose. Nice moose.
What about the added flavor?
Show me your moose. Okay, we alluded to this earlier, but the last big one this week is ARM cancels Qualcomm's license. This week, ARM gave 60 days notice to Qualcomm that they're canceling their architectural license agreement on grounds of repeated material breaches to the agreement. Notably, ARM will be facing Qualcomm at trial in just 51 days over Qualcomm's acquisition of CPU startup Nuvia. Nuvia's license was supposed to only allow server chip applications and was supposed to be non-transferable, but Qualcomm has just been using it, notably in the Snapdragon X Elite laptop chips that they released this year. Both companies' stock prices fell in response to the announcement of ARM's decision. I gotta think they're bluffing.
I agree, but to what end?
Why? Is MediaTek really going to pick up the slack in the phone space?
No.
Immediately? Well, no. They're better than you probably realize. It's probably been a while since you've looked at MediaTek's latest stuff. They're actually pretty good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Qualcomm lost an ARM.
I really just want RISC to win.
That's very funny. And this is the kind of stuff that if ARM just acts like a petulant child about things. But I mean, in fairness,
they did break terms.
In fairness, Qualcomm is almost certainly not going to come out of this looking like saints either. Licensing agreements do exist for a reason. All right, Dan, it's time for After Dark. Let's do it.
Okie dokie. I gotta push the button. And then do the purple. Purple. Okay.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome. Merch messages. Hey, DLL, sitting here listening to the stream doing my plaque brachial therapy for my eye cancer. Ooh. Can't read well, but I can listen. What is your most interesting non-tech podcast or book to read? You're a book person, not a Vegas person.
Interesting.
Most interesting non-tech book. Okay.
I don't know if I listen to podcasts. Man, I'm mostly an article reader these days. I don't find much time to read for leisure. After my sister died, Taryn gave me a book called Tuesdays with Maury that is super famous. I read that. So that's the last book I read. It was good. Hopefully it's not on topic for you. I really hope your treatment goes well. Any non-tech podcasts?
Podcasts?
Yeah.
I don't listen to it that often anymore, but just The Yard.
Yeah, okay.
Fun bro podcast. This book, you said interesting book. I would absolutely not say this is the best book. I don't even know if I would say it's an amazing book. I don't think I've recommended it to anyone ever.
It's always risky to give a book recommendation, right? Because people are going to judge you immediately.
I'm going to
deeply.
Only
your whole soul is about to be judged.
Because they said interesting book.
Okay, interesting.
And it is an interesting book.
3.86 out of 5.
And that's probably justified. The plot is not that amazing, but It's a very interesting book. It's sealed when you buy it. You have to break the seal on it, and then there's pieces of like evidence.
Okay, you know they're looking for stuff that they can listen to as an audiobook, right?
No,
Okay.
I didn't hear that part.
Neat. Let's move on, probably.
I've got a lot of audiobooks. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
All right. Dan, why don't you read me another one while Luke finds some good audiobooks?
Okay, sure. Excited for the MCM collab video.
Yeah.
After collaborating with the world's best off-roading YouTube channel, are there any other non-tech channels that would make for an interesting collaboration?
Plato's The Republic, narrated by Ray Childs or Childs. I'm not sure which one it is.
There you go.
It does a very good job. It's a really good listen.
There you go. Go with that instead. Thank you, Luke. That was much more helpful.
Or Barsk Elephant Graveyard, also very good.
Okay, I'm gonna lean on my co-host again. I don't really watch YouTube much. Any other non-tech channels that would make for an interesting collaboration?
Channels.
I don't know.
Non-tech channels.
I would love to see you with a ClickSpring.
What's that?
He's doing an analog version of the Antikythera mechanism. I guess that would be a tech channel because the Antikythera mechanism is technically a
Gotta be a
computer,
non-tech channel.
but he does machining videos.
I'd love to do like
How wide do you go with tech?
I think it'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool to do like workstation effectiveness analysis with like an engineering channel or like an animation channel or something like that, because that's a space that's really not well documented in terms of like how to benchmark. Same with like music production. So we bring in like we basically like bring in like 4 machines or something like that, and we go, okay, we built what we think is like a good, better, best, ultimate. Do your thing. You know, we'll watch. Let's see if any of this matters, you know? I think something like that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, if you, I mean, you could work with like Bon Appetit or something and find like, you know, gamers are notorious for not wanting to spend time cooking because, I mean, they could be gaming, obviously.
Bon Appetit
So,
gamer
like,
meals.
Getting
Yeah.
gamer meals from Bon Appetit could be pretty sick.
We have a big sponsorship coming up. The deal's not actually inked, and I want them to be the one to announce it, not us.
Okay.
But
Wait, why are you talking about it then?
well, I'm not going to say who it is.
Oh,
Yeah, but LTT Store is on kind of like a sponsorship drive right now, sponsoring other YouTubers. So
Okay.
we're working on some stuff. So I'm not going to tell you who it is, but what I will tell you is that it's someone that Floatplane Chat has mentioned in the last 2 minutes.
oh,
Yeah, and it's a pretty sizable sponsorship dollar amount. It's comfortably 5 figures. So it's like
whoa,
they're a pretty big deal.
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I'm trying to think what would
It's
be
not
reasonable.
Lunchables.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
Can you survive eating mold for more than a week?
Well, I'll pay you a 5-figure sponsorship to find out.
Linus stomach pump tips.
That would actually be a hilarious, like Mr. Beast style video parody. Like, how much moldy Lunchables cheese can you eat? Like the last person
Before you puke.
to be eating Lunchables moldy cheese wins this car.
We water cooled your dialysis machine.
Yeah.
Doing some form of like computer experiment thing using science mindy Hank Green, something like that could be good.
Hank Green seems super cool.
Yep. Everyone else is like too closely related. Like even Electro Boom is probably too close. We've already collabed with them.
I've hung out with Smosh a couple times at events and stuff. They're like super cool.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Kurzgesagt?
I can think of a few different ways that you could even do that as well.
I think for me at this point in my career, honestly, I've kind of done it all when it comes to tech. I'd rather go on someone else's channel now.
Yeah.
I think just like, yeah, I don't know, you're doing something like weird. Yeah, let's play like
Practically anything.
yeah, let's play paintball with grape juice. You have to catch it in your mouth. Like I don't know, like whatever kind of I don't know. I'm just you get graped in the mouth.
That's an example. Linus gets tied to the radiator.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was not expecting that reference.
Oh man. Okay.
5-second films.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
Dude, I used to watch those guys in university.
Oh, they're back. They took a very long break.
I've heard, yeah.
I'm gonna grape you.
What is going on? Oh my goodness.
I'm the grapist.
I don't even know this reference. And I don't want to Google it. Okay. Oh, is it Whitest Kids You Know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember now.
It's a reference, guys. Yeah, it's a reference. Okay.
Great sketch.
I'd have to like bring up my YouTube and figure it out. But
Very hard to watch.
I think practically anyone, to be completely honest. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Hey, DLL, finally buying something from the store. How is progress going with the city and the badminton center?
We submitted our package to the city. They have not gotten back to us like about the result, but this is promising. They did get back to us to say that they have received our package and that they have scheduled a meeting to discuss it, and that they would follow up with us with a decision and next steps.
That's good.
Which to me sounds like there are next steps.
Considering there's next steps mentioned. I mean, it's good that you heard anything.
Yeah. And the fact that they're on it, that's always a sign. How quickly you get an email back tells you more than probably anything else about how important something is to the person on the other side.
Sad.
What?
There's a project that I'm working on. Took like over a month for them to respond recently. But then we had a meeting about it this week. And now we have meetings about it every week moving forward.
Okay, that's good.
So it's probably fine now.
Okay. Well, or it could tell you something about how busy the other person is. Remember, it's relative, right? We can't change multiple variables.
True.
You can't compare one person to another person.
True.
I'm just saying that if you had worked with the city in the past and they would take a month or never to reply to your emails, and you're working with them now and they're like on it same day, next day, a couple days, that's good.
You're a priority.
That's good. Yeah, you're a high priority. So I'm really optimistic about Whaleland. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
As for the badminton center, good. It's been soft open for almost a month now, I think. And next week we are going to move the very evening, 7 to 10 p.m. Drop-in session to be paid.
Wait, are the new floors in?
No, so only one side is open, and we have signs up everywhere saying that the floors are temporary. So what's going to happen is we have placed the PO for our new floors. They're from Victor. They have said 6 to 10 weeks for production. Once they arrive, the same company that installed our floors is going to install these ones for us because they did a great job of the installation, just the defective material. So they're going to install it on the side that is currently unfinished. Then we're going to move all of our programs over there. Then they're going to go on the side that is finished now. They're going to rip out the bad parts. They're going to put in the new parts, and then they're going to go away, and then it will actually be finished.
Good. Cool.
Very exciting.
Super exciting. I wasn't expecting there to be so many people there. It's very popular.
Right?
It was amazing.
Yeah, this whole time, Dan thought he was building a giant facility for just me to toy with.
Because I was there by myself until like 1 p.m. And I thought, oh man, this place is dead. Linus has no clients. And then like 400 people showed up and all of the courts were jammed. And I was like, all right, maybe Linus shouldn't have been doubted
this
ever.
Is friends and family right now?
Well, people... the best way to get people to tell everyone they know about something is to tell them not to tell anybody. So
so it's friends and friends of friends and friends and friends of friends.
To my knowledge, we have never posted it publicly yet. And yet, every time I go in there, I recognize hardly anybody. And I think we have over 1,000 people in our customer database now.
My parents told a couple of their friends about it, and they're like, oh my God, I love badminton. There's nowhere to play. We're going to go there.
Yeah.
I had no idea badminton was this popular. It's incredible.
Are you gonna work out with me again when there's a gym at the badminton center?
Absolutely. My life is calming down a lot. I'll come back to the normal gym. I feel bad. I feel bad.
I'm back to where I was before the sickness.
Good. I got a long way to recovery, but things are calming.
Heck yeah.
We'll get there. Yeah.
All right. What else we got?
Hi, question for Linus. In Supreme Commander, how do you deal with endgame lag when all the players get to unit cap?
Same in faster.
Skill issue. Stellaris, Kerbal Space Program, Minecraft.
No, it is a real problem. Even though it's an old game, like what is it, like 2008 or something like that? I can't remember when Supreme Commander came out off the top of my head, but even though it's an older game, it's single-threaded, and So even modern processors struggle to handle the maximum unit counts on these like gigantic 40-kilometer square maps. And as if anybody in the lobby has a slower computer, it slows down the game for everybody because everyone has to be able to handle the sim. So the combat is all physics based in the game. So because you're simming every moving projectile on the entire map, it gets pretty ridiculous.
It is fair that it gets ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not really much you can do about it. Get better computers. I don't know, man. Promote mindless consumerism, buy more computers.
Yeah, good. Make sure that when you're doing that, they're notably powered by batteries.
Yeah, lithium batteries.
Yeah.
With lots of
ideally
nickel
as
and
much
cobalt
as possible.
Yeah.
And have them flown in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And lead.
Yep.
Get lead in your batteries too.
Mm-hmm.
Get the lead out.
Mm-hmm.
Any updates on a potential collab with Big Time? Would love to see some LTT staff subject to Jerry's lie detector test.
I don't know. That sounds really funny. And I don't know I don't think we have anything planned like collab wise, but I did say before that I would love to sponsor Big Time. I don't actually know where we are at on that. I don't know if I've gotten an update, but the team knows that I would like to do that. So hopefully,
I'd like to work with them.
Hopefully someday we will get. I'll get like my phone blowing up. Like, oh my goodness, I saw your screwdriver on Big Time. So we'll see.
Hey, Luke's mom and DLL. What are your thoughts on COD BO6 having an advanced audio subscription? What's next? Charging to unlock the frame rate?
Wait, what?
What?
I don't know. Like surround sound? Also, I thought it was bloops. Oh no, yeah. I've always called it bloops.
What?
Enhanced audio? What?
Audio subscription? Do you need to buy it?
How did I not see this? Okay, so sorry, I'm on readwrite.com, which I've also never heard of. Enhanced headphone mode, designed to give you more immersive sound using tech from Embody. Directional accuracy helps you.
Directional accuracy.
Did we come full circle all the way back to EAX?
Are they not using like Fmod or WooEyes, which is spatial audio?
You can unlock a 5-year license for personalized sound profile through Embody's immersed spatial audio technology.
What is this?
I mean, it's not unprecedented to have to pay for a subscription or pay for, subscription.
Oh, it's like Atmos.
But to have to pay, like Atmos in Windows, like to have to pay for like a codec or, but accurate placement of sounds, which can be helpful multiplayer, audio cues like footsteps, gunfire. $20 for a 5-year license. I mean, that doesn't, for the amount of money that you're going to spend on like dogs, right? It doesn't seem, wasn't it COD that had the stupid dog that you could buy that you were so upset about?
No.
Oh, was that Battlefield?
No, it was a...
Which one was it?
RTS game. I don't remember the name.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Whatever. The point is, some like nonsense cosmetic, for the amount of money you're going to spend on that, this doesn't seem that unreasonable, especially if it's effectively just licensing a third-party audio tech. With that said, I think that this is like a $90 Canadian game. Like if you're spending that much on this game, then I mean, is it not pretty reasonable for them to just include good audio in it?
Also, like knowing that you're at a disadvantage compared to other players because you didn't pay the subscription that goes along with the game is...
That's how they get you.
A little rough.
Valve recently released a spatial audio tool as well. Based Valve again.
Some Final Fantasy XIV fans, this is according to readwrite.com, where the service has been available for a while, have expressed dissatisfaction, comparing it to similar technologies like Dolby Atmos, which some say offer comparable spatial audio without the extra cost. All right, well, good luck, everybody. Man.
I had decided to not do the whole COD BO6 thing, and now I'm happy about that decision. I miss like having shooters to play.
You're going to turn into a non-gamer.
Basically.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a non-gamer until like Baldur's Gate 4 comes out,
Yeah.
and that'll be in like you'll
Except
be like 50.
That's going to be by like Hasbro or whoever. It's not going to be by Larian.
Oh, really? Larian lost the license?
No, they just left.
Oh,
Yeah.
based Larian.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the next game that Larian makes is not going to be Baldur's Gate.
Wow. Hasbro's gonna bung it up. Like so bad.
They have quite the blueprint to at least make
No.
like, you know, Far Cry 17.
Okay. Tell you what. No, I'm gonna stop you right there. Show me
Can I get
a
the
like
depth?
Hasbro.
Yeah,
No,
there's no-
Show me a Hasbro Game Studios game that's like good.
What games have they made?
I remember getting their Monopoly game in my cereal box when I was a kid.
I was going to say.
Actually, those
I
games
know-
were pretty good. There was Boggle, Monopoly. I forget which other ones.
I know I've launched games that had the Hasbro logo that I liked, and then I went back and remembered that it was those. I don't.
Just their board games, but on a CD. All right.
What Hasbro video games? Hasbro Studio video games. What games have they made? Yeah, I know they did that $1 billion investment like this year. Basically, they saw Baldur's Gate 3 pop off, and they're like, huh, $1 billion.
Yeah. I don't know if it's called Hasbro Game Studios. I just, like, I know that they're working on some stuff.
Wait, Hasbro Games is an Ubisoft?
Mech Warriors 3 Pirates Moon. I think that was the worst Mech Warriors game ever made.
Huh.
Huh. They made Glover Classic.
Moving on.
All right. Cool. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, LLD, Linus, how's the iPhone going? And how long do you plan to use it for? Also, any idea when the retro pet cave will ever come back?
Our second order of the Retro Pet Cave was a disaster. They were the wrong color. They're all mashy.
Oh.
We're working on it. But, like, it's the exact same suppliers. Like, how'd they screw that up? I don't get it. Like, just do the same thing you did last time. Just don't swap-a-rooney it. Drives me crazy, you guys. It drives me crazy. Dude, I have so many more notes on my thing. Like, this dock is so long. Like, there's, man, so many of them are just little things that iPhone people are going to tell me don't matter. And I'm like, yeah, to you, I guess. But to me, they do. Like, when you, okay, have you ever noticed this on an iPhone? When you scroll,
The scrolling is slow?
no, not that.
Oh.
Here, it's a lot more noticeable in the YouTube Studio app, which I use a fair bit to like read comments and stuff. It's community? Oh, it's the community tab now. Oh, they made an update. Okay, so crying out loud. Okay, so as I'm scrolling, do you notice anything?
Not really.
Do you notice that it highlights the comment that I click on, even though I'm not interacting with that comment?
Not always. I did notice that happen a couple times, but not always.
I'm just scrolling, and it highlights the
like,
comment
since
that
you
I'm...
mentioned it, I don't think it's happened.
You know what? If it's already moving, it doesn't. There you go.
Yeah.
So see that?
Yeah.
How it highlights the comment.
Yeah.
Why? What other modern interface will act like you have activated an element on screen when you're actually just scrolling?
If you do it really fast, does it happen?
Yeah. Watch.
Yeah.
Does it every single time? Why? It makes me feel like I'm misclicking stuff all the time. What do you mean because you touched it? No. Incorrect. Literally, Windows doesn't do that on touchscreens. Android doesn't do that on touchscreens. It's really misleading because it makes you seem like you're interacting with that element, but you're not.
I'm trying to think what would cause it. I feel like it's delay on interacting with that element is really low or something, or not.
Well, no, because it doesn't
basically.
interact with it. It knows I'm just scrolling.
Yeah, but if you like held press on that, would it do that animation of you interacting with it in the exact same way? Because if so, then you're just not hold pressing it long enough.
Okay,
It doesn't
thing?
do anything. It just keeps highlighting it. Yeah, so I have to tap it in order for it to actually do anything. But if I scroll and if I touch it first when I scroll, or if I just hold it, it just like highlights it
Yeah.
and then doesn't actually activate it.
Is it just people are commenting? Is it just the YouTube app?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it does it in like my news feed and stuff like that. Like, why? Why? I thought you're supposed to be a paragon of like design and UX. Like, this is obviously wrong.
Design and UX is subjective.
I'm also experiencing the bug where my ringer volume gets bugged sometimes and goes super loud. Literally interrupted a shoot because my my ringer was set to like this much, and it was like bing, like going off in the middle of the shoot. Like, it's been so buggy.
That made me think, dude, I should change my ringer to the EverQuest level up sound. Most people aren't going to get why that's. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, what was this? What was this note? Convenient. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, when you're connected to CarPlay, if you take a system screenshot, it sends your CarPlay screenshot as well.
What?
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a way to it, but it was not super obvious, and I was busy, so I didn't deal with it. But it's on my list of things to figure out
as well. So like it sends both, like two separate things, or are they like stitched together?
They're like stitched together. I ran into a crazy bug that I recorded on my Note 9 where touch wasn't registering in the right spot. I recorded that, so I'll have that. I mean, again, there's lots of cool stuff. So since the last time we talked, the phone noticed that I never really like deplete the battery and automatically recommended I switch over to limiting it to 80% to optimize the long-term life. That's really cool.
That's cool. I like that.
I really like the way there's a little pop-up in the island if you get a call on this and your AirPods are on you, but like paired to something else. And this was to a Windows laptop, so it's not like they were talking.
Oh, it can like suggest you to take
it was
over?
like, hey, can I grab that? Instead of just grabbing it, like your car will do. That was really cool. So there's lots of really cool stuff. Lots of really cool stuff. And lots of stuff that's just like completely obvious garbage.
Handyman is saying that it's individual screenshots when CarPlay is active, not that they're stitched.
Oh, okay. Sure. Well, when you're using the share interface, which is what I use, they're both there. And there wasn't an obvious way to get rid of the other one.
Interesting. So
I accidentally, when I was messaging Plouffe, sent him both my answer and my location.
Oh, yeah, that is stitched.
It looks like it.
Or wait, is that two separate files?
I don't know.
Click it.
Yeah, it might be two. No, I can't because this is just a screenshot. Yeah.
Got it.
The point is just that it was. I wasn't expecting to send him like a screenshot of my map on CarPlay. That was not what I intended to do. No, I haven't had the flashlight bug. Yeah. So overall, I don't really like it. It's really buggy. I was expecting a lot more just works and a lot less. Well, there was the time when my phone just cut out when you called me.
That
turned
sucked.
Off. Like just turned.
And it was weird because on my end the call didn't even disconnect.
And his call history has a log of our call connecting, and mine doesn't. Like it just has no idea that ever happened.
The Android phone just overpowered the iPhone.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
How is it still buggy? They have one phone.
Everything's gonna have bugs, dude.
Yeah.
You can't say how is anything still buggy. Everything ever is gonna have bugs.
Just hire a second dev.
They legitimately changed a lot in iOS 18. They just I don't know. It could be way better. Could be way better. All right.
Software is gonna software.
Yeah, I hate computers. At Shorty Swift, you've spoken a few times about your disdain for Sleep Country on the show, but you've never really delved into it. Stop that. Care to share more info
USA.
as to why you dislike them so much?
I will do you one better, and I will direct you to the place where you can go to learn all about mattresses. MattressUnderground.com is based. You're welcome.
Sick.
Typical Monday listener here. What's the most wasted qualifications that you have encountered?
Oh.
A+.
Oh, God. No,
that'd be something like with a PhD.
That's the opposite. Yeah. No, we have some people who work here who have like just ridiculous credentials, but do stuff here that is nothing to do with them at all. Like almost any PhD where you're ending up anywhere other than like research and engineering or education, it feels like maybe you can get paid more for it. Like if you have a PhD, I think you get paid more as like a counselor or a teacher, for example, like in the public sector. But the reality of it is, once you're in the private sector, your initial compensation is going to be, whatever it is, whatever you negotiate with your employer. But then beyond that, your PhD is not going to like get you a raise next year. You're going to have to perform. So yeah.
Maybe that helps you do that. Maybe it doesn't.
Maybe it doesn't.
I have a ballet degree. Yeah, I could see that not necessarily getting you much unless you wanted to be a ballet teacher.
Yeah.
There's a lot of degrees that are like, if you want to teach the thing that you got your degree in, great. If not, there's nothing. Yep.
Hi, DLL. Does the Floatplane tech stack utilize open source software? If so, do you worry that license changes, like what happened with Redis, could impact future maintainability?
We do, and yes, but that's also a problem with not open source software.
Sure is.
So like
a big problem.
It's potentially a bigger one.
Yeah.
We're having an issue. I'm not going to name them, but we're having an issue right now with a particular company where we wanted to change the tier of like subscription that we had with them. And the way that is being handled is extremely unsavory, I will say, at this point in time, to the point where we might just be completely bailing out, which will take development time, but would be worth it.
That's okay. We'll get them these vests, and our developers will code so much faster with AI.
I'll wait till it's done before I talk about it, because it's not done yet. So naming them now would just be in bad taste.
Sure.
But yeah, it's like...
But we won't hesitate to name you if you don't get your act together.
It's pretty lame what they're saying they would be doing. So we'll see how it goes.
I noticed you haven't had any new bonus bin items in a while. Are there any plans to make a 2024 sticker pack, another postcard, maybe some more of those cool pins or anything similar? Yes,
Sarah's been busy. We definitely have new pins coming, and we definitely have a 2024 sticker pack in the works.
It's not, everyone's so convinced it's Cloudflare. The one company I'll say it isn't is Cloudflare.
Yeah. Don't narrow it down for them anymore, though.
I won't. That's where it
Where's
stops.
AJ?
The only reason why I'm saying it is just because so many people said Cloudflare. I understand why you say that.
Yeah, we've definitely had some conversations with Cloudflare in the past.
But in this case, it is actually not. I'm just clarifying that because so many people said it. It's not Cloudflare.
This isn't necessarily a question, but give me an early birthday present. Next time Linus gets premium access to a company, let it be Valve. I want to see inside the company we all have so much invested in with our libraries.
I'll tell you what. Our rep there is super chill. She's really nice. I will screenshot this, and I will send it to her.
Nice.
All right? I'm not promising anything.
Literally doing that right now.
Yeah, he is.
A humble request.
I look so serious in the vest. Every time I look over the TV, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you look like I'm in my quarterly review meeting.
I did way too many of those over the last couple of weeks. I don't want to do any more.
Yeah, Luke had to dress up because it's not going to be positive. You come into like a stained T-shirt. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, next. Oh man, I better put a button up on. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, the clothes have been looking really good on you recently. Must be the tall sizes.
It's weird. Yeah, it might be something to do with the fit.
Yeah.
Interesting. Never thought about that.
I had a friend come over and she was immediately like, "Oh my God, your shirt looks great." I'm like, hey, tall size.
I've had a non-insignificant amount of people mention that my shirts fit. Unsurprisingly, it's always been like, like my mom, like women in my life, which there are not many, but
there's my mom and
Emma immediately noticed. My mom immediately noticed. Like it actually fits now. Well, yeah,
which is honestly, once you've partnered up, probably
that's pretty much all that matters.
Yeah.
But like it's interesting how
I'm not saying you should avoid other women. I'm just saying I don't know. You got the bases covered. That's all.
Yeah. Outside of work, like the casual hangouts. I mean, I barely have friends at all these days. So I don't know. It is what it is. Everything's okay.
Yeah.
The shirts fit though.
Hi,
I
Wanda.
thought it was this easy to get him to shill this hard for the store. It would have made it this.
I've been asking for this
We
for
told you
years.
that this would happen.
It's been very clear. There was no miscommunication. We said exactly what we needed.
Every
it was delivered,
week.
And now we are
Every
acting
week.
on our side of the deal.
Women have taken notice of us. And they have nice thighs and everything.
Oh boy.
Hi, WAN.dlo.
Oh my goodness.
Week number 2 of asking for an update on the 3D printed custom loop.
Oh, they do updates on Floatplane, which is where we said we would do updates.
Better get subscribed on Floatplane.
They do
Got
happen
'em.
there. I've seen it.
Last one I got for you. Hey, LDL. I work as a private teacher for a family of billionaires. The family does pro motorsports. If you homeschooled with an infinite budget and lots of travel opportunities, what would you do?
I don't think I would homeschool my kids. Interesting.
Socialization is important.
Yeah.
Maybe not when you're a billionaire.
Yeah, maybe. I would think if anything, it would
Maybe
be
you
more
wouldn't want to
important.
mix.
Ugh.
That's why they don't. That's how they feel about everyone else.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can't speak for them. I'm not a billionaire. If you homeschooled with an infinite budget and had lots of travel opportunities, yeah. See, okay, we got a couple of problems here. So number one is, at risk of sounding like I look in this vest, my kids can have whatever education they want. Effectively, I have an infinite education budget for my kids. There's no amount of like education budget that I couldn't afford at this point. So I like kind of do, except that I wouldn't homeschool them. Like I just wouldn't do that. That's not even on the menu.
I think the homeschooling would be that you hired like people to come and teach them, like
Yeah,
the
but
world's
still.
top engineers and
Lots of practical experiments and demonstrations. I think
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
visiting a lot of.
here's a laboratory. Go learn how to
Yeah.
do science with a team of people to teach you.
I mean, yeah, I guess that'd be kind of cool, but like, ugh.
Because I mean, at that point in time, they don't need to work. So all you really need to do is inspire interest. So showing them how cool things that you can do with the different subjects are.
Go try everything to find what you're interested in, and then
Yeah.
we'll dive into that maybe.
I think so. Make sure they at least know the definition of the word job.
You
Yeah,
can at
man.
least pretend for a little while.
I'm just reading chat right now. It's interesting hearing everyone's sort of different background. Like, yeah, I went to homeschool, it was great. I did homeschool, it was the worst. I think at the end of the day, they're gonna make the best. I think they're gonna make whatever they make of whatever they have. Like I didn't have a fancy education, and so much knowledge is available for free now that I don't know. I don't know if I'm convinced that that like fancy school. And I mean, travel opportunities could be cool, like being able to see things in person instead of reading about them
infinite
in a
money
book.
and infinite travel opportunities. I think there's a lot you can
You'd
do.
also waste a lot of time traveling though. Like no amount of money makes it so that, going somewhere far away is
But
instant.
when you've got private jets, you could have like the paperwork stuff that they have to do on the planes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So you could just like, let's learn about WAC Bennett Dam by going there. Like, yeah, I guess that's something.
Here's a helicopter. You can learn how to fix it.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Man, there's almost too many options. Like I wouldn't even know what to do with it. I have to confess, I hadn't really given it that much thought. I just let the school kind of do their curriculum and reading, writing, arithmetic, and a little bit of performing arts and fine arts. And I mean,
I would be if I was. I don't know if you're clearly not the parent. So if I were you, I would be most concerned about making sure that they're not just like.
did you just accuse Yvonne of cheating?
What? No, I'm talking to the person who sent in the merch message.
We all know Yvonne's the real parent.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Of 4 kids.
And 15 cats.
Five.
We'll get there.
Yeah, give me time.
But like, yeah, I don't know, showing them like the impact of bad things in our oceans and doing beach cleanups and
Yeah.
things could be cool. Doing things like that, giving them a reason to give a crap about anything. Yeah.
My fiance is homeschooled. She's mostly normal, says T-Dog420. Okay.
Nice.
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 And I think that's it for the WAN show.
Yeah.
We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.
It's like anything's kind of education.